top. Yeah, look, they mostly are, in fact, killdozers.
Killdozers.
See,
Yeah, killdozers.
Killdozers. Oh my gosh.
Ah, give me some killdozers.
But more than that, we've also got
Oh, we got the thing from a few weeks ago. The washed up.
the washed up.
The Australian news.
Oh no, we did that. The giant alien pod.
No, did we?
Yeah, absolutely, we did.
Giant alien pod?
I don't think we did.
Yeah, we did. We did. Trust
Did
me.
we?
Uh-huh.
Chat. Did we do the alien pod
Don't remember this alien pod.
on the west coast of Australia?
That's generally where it happens. Weird.
I'm
things
still so
involving
mad,
aliens.
like, because it's. I could have gone. I could have gone to see that, but no, it's. Although
But
I
no
say
what?
I could have gone, but it's really a distance. It would have been more of a distance, but still, it's like it was close enough.
Close enough.
If I was determined, I could have gone seen it. But no, now it's been dragged away because government.
Government must hide all aliens.
Yeah. You did. Oh, okay. You did do it. But what did it turn out to be? Apparently it was from India.
Really?
It was like a rocket from fucking India that just was in the ocean. Like it. You know when they break off, when they like launch fucking rockets and shit. It was a break off piece of a rocket that India was launching.
India actually has rockets that go into space?
Yeah, apparently they have a space program.
What?
Yeah, apparently they actually have a space program, and like that's what it was. It was
Are
just.
they powered by concentrated feces?
I don't fucking know, but all I know is that is apparently where it came from. It wasn't China.
Oh.
It wasn't China. It was India.
Alright then.
It was I'd still grab in front for it. Well, it was too big to do that though.
Fair enough.
Like it was fucking massive.
Most dangerous. Okay.
So
yeah.
yeah, what we making choices? Yes, no, maybe. Hello?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to
momentarily
interrupt.
distracted
My
there.
fault. Okay, let's go back.
What?
Okay.
You
Oh
what?
yeah, the 10 most dangerous birds in the world. We got 10 places that you can dump bodies. 10 places that bodies have been dumped, and it was a terrible idea to do so, but they did nonetheless. Five different WikiHow articles, and 2 of them which are just nothing more than, hey, look at this shit. I can't believe they used this picture here, like drawing, whatever, tracing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Intricate artwork. This art piece, if you will.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. It's a masterpiece. Just
I-
hang it in a museum.
Where is Gripsland far?
Gippsland?
Where is
I have
Gippsland
no
far?
I don't actually know.
Oh yeah, there is no R in there, is there?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, it'd be Gippsland?
Yes.
I
Police arrest
Don't
East
actually know.
Gippsland man who allegedly shot at power transformers, causing blackouts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, where did he get the gun?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, where'd you get that? I can easily look this up though.
Police alleged, in the meantime, that men. What you said, man? Okay, well, men used firearms to cause more than $100,000 worth of damage. $100,000 reduced, by the way, to power transformers in Fenbank, Lendlow.
But why? Is he afraid the 5G is gonna come attack him or something?
They're
I
big targets. Detective Senior Constable
it's
Brent.
Victoria. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right. They cause significant damage to critical infrastructure as well. Undue stress to the community through disruptions of internet and power services. While some may think this is a victimless crime, significant damage to critical infrastructure. Yeah, I think they were just enjoying large targets. They're facing 62 fucking charges.
Holy crap.
I mean,
That's a lot
Yeah?
of charges for that, but like
but are you
I
fucking
mean-
shocked? I was shooting a fucking transformer.
a bunch of them. So
Yeah.
I guess each individual transformer he shot and some other charges on each time he shot, I guess, maybe.
It would have to be, wouldn't it?
Like if he just shot in a specific area, like shooting in city limits might be a charge. I don't know.
All right. Lay's choice. What do you want to do? We can do WikiHow or... Oh my god, so many fucking things.
I'm kind of curious about the correct, to be honest.
You want to do the correct?
Let's get
I
cracked.
want to see killdozers.
Let's hope that somebody actually made one, like fully armored, because what else is really going to be able to carry that much heavy plating except for like a super high torque and diesel engine, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, what's that article? No, not article, the icon next to the buy.
It's by the Cookie Monster, apparently. What is that?
Oh my god, it's even worse.
What is it?
I think that's I think they've taken Boo from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends and done something to him.
I thought his name was Blue.
Blue.
Blue?
I don't fucking know. I never really watched the show that much, to be fair.
I don't remember.
I just know, like,
stupid.
blue fucking
Yeah.
shape thing. That's all that looks familiar here. What the fuck?
That looks so fucked up.
Hello, I'm Ben Adelman.
People saying, as you had already said, you know, Victoria, right? It was Sin,
Yeah.
like an engineer there, talking about that it's in Victoria. If anybody knows, or if you far know, do criminal charges for assault or firearms use or robbery, for that matter, do they vary that much state to state like they do in America?
I think they can.
Like, just out
Like,
of random curiosity, you know what I mean? Like, there's some places
I'm
in America,
not-
to give you an
I
example,
mean,
that if you do a breaking and entering and the people are home and you didn't know they were home, it doesn't matter. You're gone for the whole day because they're going to count that as a home invasion, which means, holy shit. Like, you might as well be a terrorist
Yeah.
cooking meth. If you, it would be lighter charges. Now, in other
I would have to
places,
assume there
no.
are. I think there are a few things like that, but I don't know. Like, that's one of those weird things where, like, I don't usually pay much attention to it, just because it's never really affecting me on a personal level, I guess. So I don't really have to look into that.
Yeah.
But there are weird things that are state to state, though, that I'm vaguely aware of. But criminal stuff, probably. I would have to assume so.
I mean, Cynic makes one, of course, because it's dependent on whether or not it's a federal charge. And yeah, fair enough. I get that.
Yeah.
But I mean, most charges are gonna be state charges unless they make a federal case out of it. You know,
Yeah,
in America, I mean.
like,
So I don't know. That's why I'm asking about Australia, the way that it works. It's like, no,
Yeah,
we've got
I
the
would-
unity of criminal charges here. I don't know.
no, I would have to assume it's something along those lines, though, because it's I mean, come on, this fucking country. We can't even standardize a railway system, for fuck's sake. You expect us to all have the same criminal charges on the books?
That's a fair point.
You know? So, it would have to be like that. But, yeah, don't know what the differences exactly would be.
Let's see what kind of charges these guys can get putting together a bunch of fucking killdozers and shit. 6 most conceived
yeah.
weapons. Let's do it.
see.
Thousands of new weapons are designed every year, and most of them are profoundly stupid. Hey, my exploding slingshot projectile was a great idea. It didn't work, but it could have. Okay.
If you just
Blow
had
up on
those extra
Twitter.
brain cells.
Well, no, the idea was that, you know, you put an exploding projectile, and people have tried doing this, and I never actually did, but I did start thinking about how I could make it work. And the problem is that it's like, it's inertia dependent, impact dependent, right?
Yeah.
So you sling it, shot, fired, and if it hits a semi-soft target, you still want it going off. You know what I mean? So you can't make it that only when
Yeah.
it hits a cinder block or the side of a car door or whatever, then it'll go off. You need to go off if it hits like someone in the butt. You still want it to explode. If you're that,
But you also don't want it to explode while you're slinging
Yeah.
it.
which
so-
is the problem and why people lost so many faces.
Yes.
As soon as they let it go, it's, you know, rapid change in inertia and fucking boom, and the thing's, of course, right beside your face, and so yeah,
Yeah.
injuries
I
resulted.
personally lost 3 faces in testing.
You're on to your third face.
Yes.
Fourth one.
Oh, we should
There's a
talk.
joke
I need a
about
good
autism
plastic
and masking.
surgeon. I'm planning on moving next to the Danube, and I don't want to be recognized by Interpol. It's not that I've done anything I need to be on the run for.
Yeah.
Yeah, not at all. Not like you have to get away from some giant otters or anything.
Look at this thing. It just looks like it's like
Lord,
corrugated
that's an
metal from a
actual-
roof shed.
That absolutely is what that is, I think.
Back in World War II,
Oh my God.
New Zealand and Australia
doesn't
found themselves in an awkward position. They were technically part of the British Empire, which meant they were at war with Japan, but they were also far enough away from England that the British couldn't afford to send them any tanks. And so they went full...
They went full bogan with it.
They went... They went bogan with it, yes, but in a very... Say it. Who put on a bunch of metal
What?
plate and then fought it out with the authorities?
Ned Kelly.
They went full Ned Kelly and just bolted some
Yeah,
plates onto
yeah.
some regular shit. I love it.
God, I love Australians with sheet metal. You give us sheet metal and we can just do wonders.
Yeah. So the Ned
Truly.
Kelly mobile here,
I'm-
looking real good.
I
It
have
sits
to
right in
wonder
there
if they
with it.
actually
Ned Kelly's
stopped
battle
me.
wagon. Exactly.
Oh my
Oh.
god, it's the Keldozer.
Oh my gosh!
It's the Keldozer.
Would I want to own a
Ah.
tank?
That's fantastic.
I have to know if that actually stopped bullets or if it.
It probably
just-
didn't do
it probably
shit.
just let it through.
I'd
Like,
rather,
it
I'd rather
probably
move
has to put,
fast
like,
and low than slow and strong.
At
if
any
that
rate,
makes
that is
sense.
what we're going to try to do.
No, absolutely.
mhm.
I'd want to be like low signature in every way, like radar and just visual detection and whatever, and be really, really fast. And it's like, yeah, but if someone hits you, I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Make it hard to hit. Rather than be this slow lumbering thing that moves along and fuck you if you try and hit me. Given the two options, fast and low. Sam, what do you think?
Less.
What do you want to do?
Less Ned Kelly, more Sled Kelly. Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Ned Kelly was in the spot. I have no judgment for Ned Kelly. I think the guy's like, yeah, he's up there with John Holiday and Earp and fucking Wild Bill Cody and the like. Yeah, definitely. What was I going to do here? Oh, yes. Boom. There we go. Gamer Feline, thank you very much for the 350. Be nice, Polly. Give Far the John Deere World War II Model A prototype and M2 killdozers. This is what the fuck I was watching last night. Really? This?
Wow.
I love when people ask if we're live. We're not live.
No,
Not at all.
this is a pre-recording.
David Graham, it's a coincidence.
Totally.
And it's all
This was
because of
all
you,
planned
Adrian.
from
The person who thinks, oh yeah, this is a recording, and all of a sudden they hear their name. Come on, that's funny. You don't know. Maybe he's high and I just freaked them the fuck out. You have no idea. It's pretty late at night.
I gotta go. I gotta leave.
Yeah, exactly. He could be running from the room right now for all we know, the poor guy. Okay.
Keldor's is coming through.
The Keldozer is coming for you.
All right. So we were talking about
It's coming from the land down under.
Kelly boganing out some stuff that, okay. With the Japanese advancing and conquering island after island across the Pacific, New Zealand decided to take matters into its own hand and build its own damn tanks. Thus, the Bob Semple tank was born, and look at it in all its fucking glory.
Oh, so that's New Zealand then?
That's New Zealand.
Okay, so that's not quite a Keldozer, because
Yeah,
alright.
not really. Besides, well, let's
Yeah.
see. Hold on.
You know what? You know what strikes me about the name? I
Beyond.
don't think that was named after a guy. I think they were just describing how easy it was to put these things together. Yeah, mate, it's Bob Semple.
Yeah, probably, actually, honestly.
You get out your arc welder, a little
Yeah,
bit of
and
metal, and
Bob's
Bob's
your
your uncle. Simple. There you go, far
Yeah.
up top. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Besides
Ah.
having the least threatening name ever bestowed upon a tank, the Bob Semple barely qualified one. It was little more than a farm tractor, and due to several design flaws, it was about as useful as one in a war zone. The designers based it on an American tractor tank, but the tractor
Tractor. Yeah, it's good. It's cool, Polly.
the
You
Jim
got-
Beam's
you got
kicking
this.
in, I'm not going to lie.
You got this. I believe in you.
Well, just
Activate the tactor beam.
trying to stay on the beam. I got an EpiPen. It's okay. Someone usually falls out in one of these things, but I'm prepared. The designers based it on an American tractor tank. But the problem was they had no blueprints. No blueprints. Well, blueprints are cheating.
They really are. It's like reading the instructions with IKEA furniture. Nobody does that.
Yeah. The instructions are for afterwards to point at your woman and say, see? That's it.
Yeah, while your legs are on upside down and the back's on the wrong way.
And
I have never
See,
had that
I got
problem.
it.
I've literally never had that problem. Now, I've had washers and nuts and screws left over, but, you know, the Swedish, they're known for putting in extra stuff.
I would be so concerned if it was just like half the washers haven't been used. Like,
The washers, I wouldn't give a fuck.
or like
the
not the
bolts, I
what,
would
like
care.
you know what I mean, like the bolts, like shit, like the things that are used to hold it together, right? It's like you have half of them left over. It's like what's holding it together? What's making the structural sound?
hopes and dreams.
Right?
Pure
At any rate, that is what we're going to try to do.
Gamer of Lane, thank you very much for the treat 50. Yeah, the next time we are in Discord, I have 4 to 5 things to toss your way. I have no idea how I got in that area of YouTube and didn't know I needed to know what I learned. I've discovered new hobbies fucking around in the 5 or less views area of YouTube, which is a thing you can filter for if you didn't know.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
interesting.
And some of them are just, well, that's how you find Tonetta, so be careful. But other than that,
Yeah.
there's
Oh
some,
yeah.
there's some general good interest stuff there. Yeah, okay, Gamer of Lean, if I remember,
Stop it.
I got something to tell you after we get through Killdozerisms here. The designers based on the American tax return was probably had no blueprints because fuck it, they didn't want to cheat. No building materials outside those found on the farm. Hell yeah, and no idea what the hell they were doing. Hey, we beat the British that way in America. They literally designed the Bob Semple by looking at a postcard of the original tank.
So it wasn't even like an actual fucking picture. It was just a postcard. It was just probably some
Oh my
postcard like
gosh.
someone got from their fucking cousin or something that's like in the States and like, yeah, so this is a tank. And they're just like, yeah, this is great.
I can't quite
This
tell
is
from
great,
the angle.
Jim.
Is that a cow catcher or just a general grill on the front?
Oh, do you think the cousin's name was Bob Semple and that's why they named it the Bob Semple because it's the cousin that sent the postcard?
Oh my gosh, maybe it is.
By that
wouldn't have
logic,
been able to
half
do
of
this,
us
that you
would be able
cousin.
to reconstruct the Eiffel Tower. But why would you want to?
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's
Leave my people out of this.
Don't you hate that, the Eiffel Tower?
I can't wait till they finish it.
No,
The skeleton looks great.
Oh my god.
You asshole. You absolute asshole.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna
loo-
look really
I'm
spectacular,
looking forward
right?
to the finished product. Exactly. It's going to look great.
Yeah.
The whole world's been waiting.
How many
See what they did in Blackpool? They decided this to engage with this like revolutionary new building style where they start from the top and work their way down.
The tank was made by placing an armored box on top of a tractor, and by armored, we mean made of roofing material. We were right.
Yeah.
It is corrugated metal. Oh.
Is this
Well,
the
it has to
postcard?
be.
Oh no, it's a
Is that the-
political. That's a political cartoon. Oh, I got real excited. I wanted to see the original.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah.
Where was I? Supposedly, the corrugated surface would deflect bullets by virtue of its curviness. Right. I get your thinking.
It's not gonna work. No, but okay.
Since they also lacked artillery in any numbers, they outfitted the Bob Semple with as many machine guns as it could possibly hold. 6, to be exact. Unfortunately, that last part meant having to cram at least 6 people into this piece of junk. One of the machine gunners had to lie on a mattress on his belly in the tank. They went to the mattresses.
Oh my God.
Sam, they went to the
You would
mattresses.
mattresses? Oh my gosh.
Oh, this just gets better and better.
Yeah. Right on top
French
of the burning
tanks
hot
look like-
engine. Well, thus the need for the mattress.
Oh man.
It's okay. Asbestos is plentiful there.
Not in New Zealand.
But Australia's so close.
Yeah, but that's still like you'd have to be shipping that on boats at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know actually how common asbestos is in New Zealand. I know it's common as fuck here, but that's mostly because a lot of the mining for asbestos happened in Western Australia. So, yeah, no shit.
Yeah. No shit.
But yeah, I'm not really sure about New Zealand.
So the guy's on the mattress on his back right above the burning hot engine,
Oh,
and
that's great.
then the other 5 needed to stand on that guy's back And then they needed someone else to drive the damn thing. According to Wikipedia, the total crew consisted of 8 people. 8 fucking people.
Oh, 8 people in one of these things.
And look at
That
the
is like the
reference.
most
And there's a
fucking
dude right
bad.
there to tell you how. Wow.
That is like the most fucking Australian/New Zealand thing I have heard in a while. Honestly, it's just you got 8 dudes in here. One of them's lying on a fucking mattress. The rest are standing on the dude's back. It's made of fucking shed walls. Because that's probably where they got that from as well.
Yeah.
All the corrugated metal. It's all probably from someone's shed. Or their roofs, like either or, because that's what it's usually used for.
That doesn't stop bullets, guys.
No, it doesn't do shit. It rusts through so fucking quick too if you don't treat it right. And even if you treat it right, it might rust through. You don't know. It's oh my god. Did they even ever reach New Zealand?
What? Did
In
the
World War II?
Japanese ever reach New Zealand?
Yeah.
I
I know they reached like the Northern Territory, like Darwin, but that's about it. That's as far as they got in Australia, as far as I'm aware. Like actually, seriously, you know, not like oh, we had subs in the harbour.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Gonzo! Gonzo!
Yep.
Gonzo all around. Very nice.
Yes!
I had to work hard to figure out what the fuck's going on there. It's no longer a fucking lottery.
Oh.
Oh.
But hey,
I kind of liked it being a lottery. It was kind of fun.
but Gonzo's still good.
Gonzo's still good, but it was kind of fun when it was a lottery.
Practical tank design. Thank you for the $2. Let me stop you right there.
And the joke continues.
What's it been, like a month?
Okay, that was well done.
Yeah, that was well done.
I've got a little bit of Gonzo news actually. If we're
Oh,
interested in
yeah.
that.
I think I know the
Gonzo
Gonzo news,
news.
but I don't want to spoil. Shoot, Sam.
Okay. Just not the tank it can't stand
Yeah.
up to.
Yeah. We want to
Okay,
finish tanks to go.
It's not an awful lot, but apparently he has gone dark. There has been no
Again.
news of him for at least 24 hours now, as he was approaching the Hungarian border. From what I understand, he. That is just
Yeah.
chef's kiss.
It
French
really
kiss.
is.
He just yes. I made my own Jason Bourne one of him, and my Grinch hair puff is a lot more prominent than it is here. But anyway, Sam, you were saying you made it all the way to the Hungarian border.
Well, we don't know.
He made it allegedly, or very close to the Hungarian border, but was seemingly stopped by Ukrainian authorities on the way, and yeah, nobody's heard anything from him in at least 24 hours. That's as much as I know.
But this is also just allegedly. You know?
Yes.
Like, all allegedly, because it's kind of like... I'm still confused why he even posted on his fucking Twitter. What, like, I'm gonna go to the Hungarian border. If you don't hear from me in 24 hours, it means I'm dead, guys. Again.
Yeah.
This is the second time he's done this.
And that's why I'm
And, like,
pretty slow to believe.
Is it supposed to be a secret? You know? Like, is it supposed to be a secret he's heading to Hungary?
Hungary?
You know? Well, like, the Hungarian border, you know? Like, is this supposed to be a secret that he's heading that way? Or what? Because if he's, like, so terrified of fucking Ukraine, why would you advertise that? Why? Like, I don't want the guy dead, just... But, you know, you have to start asking questions, Gonzo.
Would you reckon, Polly, maybe going for the sort of the I'm letting everybody know where I'm going, so therefore if I disappear, that puts pressure on the Ukrainian regime.
That's exactly what I think.
You reckon?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what he was.
alright.
That's what he was doing before his first arrest and his second arrest. Why any different when he's trying to make his grand escape, staying one step ahead of Spetsnaz or whatever special forces bullshit are after him? You know what I mean? Probably being chased down with American taxpayer technology because why not? They got enough of it anyway. I
Yeah.
love the tagline
Yeah.
for this movie: a bicycle, a seized YouTube, frozen bank account. The chase begins.
I need to grab me a movie poster of Steve McQueen. In the Greatest Game.
Oh, God.
Because that was on a motorbike as well.
Yeah.
God
Oh.
damn.
Well,
But, yeah,
anyway.
have you seen like the replies he's gotten to a lot of his posts though? And how weird it's like, you guys really don't know.
I am drunk. So drunk. I cannot get up.
But like, yeah, a lot of it's like you don't really know who this man is, do you? Do you? Like a lot of women. A shocking amount of women posting. Going like, oh, wish you the best, Gonzo. It's like just weird. Sorry.
Another one there, Polly.
C. Thomas, thank you for the $2. Gonzo is living up to the name. He's a silly Muppet. Pretty much.
He really is.
Good guy.
Oh,
It-
gosh.
Like a fucking guy.
If you're going to try and make it anywhere, Hungary's obviously a good example. I think they got... Nobody ever
Oh,
hits that one. You know how hard I worked on
Yeah.
that? I just... Sam was there when I was trying to find the musical beat for it. You know how long that took,
God,
Sam?
Yeah.
Think about it.
I do. That's a sweet little project as well.
Yeah,
We
that
should do one
sax
more
isn't
often.
even original to that beat. I gave up and I decided I wasn't going to find one little interlude that had it. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll digitally reconstruct it because I have a complete lack of music talent. But anyway, it still worked out, and that's the point. One more time? Sure. Okay. Stop bugging me. Anyone who can tell me what that's from wins the internet tonight. Johnny Depp's Milk Bar, thank you for the $6. Why isn't Winona Ryder in Godfather 3? Not right for the part. She was on way too much cocaine? Why Artie Lang said the Godfather DVDs are a party pack. Watch 1 and 2 while snorting coke off 3.
All right.
I will not hear this maligning of... I gotta be the only person other than Francis Ford Coppola who likes Godfather 3. I will not back down
I'm yet
off
to
of
see it. I'm
What's that?
yet to see it.
You have yet to see it.
I've yet to see the Godfather 3. Yeah.
No shit. Yeah, it's
I've never seen a single Godfather to begin with, so.
Alphabet spaghetti!
There's that.
Yeah, thank you, Far's Only Feet, for the $2.
Mhm.
Alphabetti spaghetti. That's it.
Would you trust this guy's opinion about movies?
No,
No.
I wouldn't trust this
I
guy's
dunno,
opinion on
man.
anything. To be
It's
quite
kind of a-
honest.
It's kind of a toss-up. I mean, at least he's not Movie Blob.
Touche.
Touche.
His nose is like that from snorting so much cocaine, it just fucking collapsed. His septum was completely burned away.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Uh-huh.
That's
I'm unconscious.
frightening.
I'm unconsciously touching my own nose.
Yeah,
now,
I
to
just
check.
all the cartilage and the
And,
septum gone.
No.
And this is the guy who's cracking jokes about snorting coke off of different DVDs. Nah, man, come on.
I mean,
And when you're
I mean,
I
he's
guess he
probably
knows.
done it.
when you've got this going on underneath
Oh,
your nose when
God.
you're arrested,
oh,
bro.
Oh, yeah, that's.
oh God! At that point, stop or learn how to speedball.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean,
you can
stop.
you can inject it, you can smoke it, you can make a fucking very expensive drink out of it. I don't know, lots of shit.
You can make the original Coke out of it?
See, now there is a solid offering of an opinion. Frankie Dollar. Also, Godfather 3 is all right. It just suffers because of how good the other two are. Yes, I agree. Godfather 3 is not my favorite, not by a long shot. But the idea to pretend that it's not there, I will not see Godfather 3 treated like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, where we just pretend it doesn't exist.
That's a fair point.
There were great moments in it. It's got Andy Garcia as the younger generation is, Michael Corleone's nephew. Fantastic. Am I the only one here who's seen the fucking movie?
Probably.
No,
Yeah.
fine.
I don't know. Frankie Della has.
Well, I meant amongst the people keeping me company at the bar.
Yes.
Yeah, amongst the four of us, who has actually seen it? Only Polly.
Oh, that's so sad.
I
This is-
mean,
I've never seen any of the other Godfathers, so
same.
I mean, look how slick Andy Garcia looks in this movie. Like, he's one of the best parts of it.
I'm gonna upset you a little bit now. The other day, I was having a conversation about quippiness in movies and all that kind of thing.
Yep.
And I managed to accidentally conflate Andrew Garfield with Andy Garcia.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
sounds so insulting.
I was doing
a quirky, young, pasty white boy who's fun to watch with a suave, debonair Cuban man? You confuse those two?
I was doing taxes at the time, and we were talking about quipping and like quipping right. And I meant to say Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man 2, right? And it came out as Andrew Garcia, and I was like, ah, shit. And Eve immediately jumped up my ass about that. I was like, what, Eve? Like, you've never misspoke.
I'll tell you what everyone's big fucking problem about that movie is, okay? It's Sofia Coppola. There she is. This is Francis Ford Coppola's daughter, and she is in the movie. You cast your own daughter in the movie, yeah. There's nothing. People who find that so mind-blowing. It's like Michael Corleone's sister is played by Francis Ford Coppola's, that's right, sister. She's been a mainstay in Godfather 1 and 2, and you didn't have a problem with it then. So don't start acting like nepotism is an issue now. Coppola said since like the first one in 72, someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. Godfather 1 from 1972, I think. It's about a family making a movie about a family. It's a family enterprise. That was the idea. So we care about it in a very, very big way because it's my house is invested in it. My children are in it. Oh, and the Sofia Coppola here. She's really young there. She's actually 17, just about to turn 18. And that's the idea. She's supposed to be really, what's the word? Naive definitely to a fault. That's who the character is. So she plays it quite well, in my opinion. And then for those of you who've seen Godfather, here's a bit of a piece of trivia for it. Father 1, although nobody ever calls it that. Are they going to show it if I put it in? No, they're just going to show Godfather 3. I said Godfather 1 and Godfather. Maybe.
Real quick. S721 in chat says, you can thank Joss Whedon's hacky writing for all the clever quippy crap we have now. That's what I was saying!
Yeah. Like, it was good. It was fine in small quantities. But, yeah.
There she is in 3.
Also.
And, shit, I just lost it. The baby being baptized that Michael Corleone at the end of Godfather 1 is becoming the godfather of is Sofia Coppola as an infant.
Wow.
She certainly looks the part.
Right.
It wasn't a big stretch for her, Sam. Yeah, she stayed within her comfort zone. I admit, she didn't break loose. The irony, of course, is that this is supposed to be a boy, and they're giving the baptismal ceremony for a boy, and yet it's a little girl.
Is there a difference between baptismal ceremonies?
Well, yeah, you're saying she instead of he, but now you get 56
but I mean, besides
others too.
that.
What?
But I mean, besides that.
Babies
no.
look all the same anyways.
Yeah, they all look like Winston
Babies
Churchill.
look all the same.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Babies look more like other babies.
Yeah. So it's like, it doesn't matter what they play with.
Yeah, I stand by that. Babies look more like other babies than they do look like their parents.
Yeah.
Which is why it's always funny when you see them on Maury going like, look, it's got his eyes, his nose.
Yeah. Evolved Potato, yes, I
No,
did,
that's a
and we
baby.
will be getting to that right shortly. Don't you worry. I'm not going to let that shit go for Noir Bar Gold, man. Now, back to the Killdozer. Far, why are you distracting us?
Yes! I didn't distract anyone. No.
So all these people get in there, and can you read it? Don't lose way, but I turn.
Don't lose your way.
Stop.
There's yeah, I can't. Whatever.
Don't look now, but I want.
But I
Think.
I think there's something following us. Okay, right.
Yes.
Oh.
We solved it. We got there in the end.
Oh, it came straight from Kiev. Sweet.
They started importing the fucking Kelldozers.
The Bob Semple was also
Well, when you
extremely
look at the
top heavy.
competition.
It was.
No.
I never would have fucking guessed.
Color me shocked.
It couldn't even change gears without coming to a full stop. What? What would be the point in changing
What?
gears?
There was a
Going
couple
uphill?
of tanks like that, though. I think we had a couple, come think of it.
Meaning, like, if it's really muddy terrain and you need a higher torque, lower speed, so with that.
Well, New
Lower
Zealand is
gears?
way more hilly than it actually is here.
Yeah.
So maybe it's stuff like that?
I mean, Far, are you deterred by the millennial anti-theft device?
Well,
What, a clutch?
Yeah. Do you know how to use a
Yes.
stand? Do you know how to drive a standard?
no.
Then you are
No,
deterred by that
because
theft device of a gear
Yes.
shift.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to deal with it.
Far's been foiled.
No.
Not only am I not deterred by a clutch, I also know how to double D-clutch.
Ooh.
For
What?
gearboxes without a synchromesh.
I remember the first time, Sam, I was driving with my dad, and I'm watching him do the
Yeah.
gear shift thing, and he's shifting up, you know what I mean, as he's driving
Mhm.
faster. And I said, wait, you didn't clutch there. Can you change gears without having to clutch when you're shifting up? And he turns at me and he looks and he goes, I can, yes. You? No.
You boy, don't you fucking dare.
Yeah, that was because it was his car I was going to be doing it in. So he made it very clear. Yeah, I can. You try it and this. And he shows me a fist. Okay, the New Zealand Army rejected the Bob Semple tank for use in their forces. And the units had already
It's
been...
going down the street. Oh my god, they're parading it down the fucking street.
Hell yeah. Wouldn't you?
No.
I am drunk. So
Hey,
drunk.
Gonzo.
I cannot get up.
Gonzo.
I didn't get Gonzo.
It's still roulette.
I got
Yes.
drunken
Gonzo
Bret Easton
roulette.
Ellis character. See, Thomas, thank you for the $2. This is why you don't allow New Zealanders to design tanks. It's like letting the illiterate person give you book suggestions.
Wow.
Ouch.
Oh. But this is just number one on this list, so how
do we go down from here?
Yeah, like, can you even beat the Killdozer?
Well, we'll have to come to a full
The
stop.
sticky
before we
grenade.
touch.
The sticky grenades.
Sticky grenades? Really?
This will be our last stop in World War II on
Okay.
this list. That war may not have been a great war for a lot of people, but it was a fantastic time for crazy weapons. With the Nazis breathing down Great Britain's neck, the British Army was faced with a shortage of anti-tank guns, so some creative improvisation was called for. One of the solutions for this problem was the anti-tank hand grenade number 74, commonly known as the sticky grenade, or as anyone who's ever read a poor man's James Bond knows it, the grease ball.
The grease ball.
Yeah, you fill a pipe bomb with YouTube. I forgot. Yeah, I should
Right,
probably.
okay, yeah, don't describe it on YouTube.
You put the schmutz on the thing. And
Yeah,
then it just
pretty
turns
much,
into
Sam.
what
You
we call
just
it. Yeah.
you use PVC piping with an aluminum. Anyway, yeah.
No,
Right.
that is as far as we get.
Anyway, there's a sticky schmutz on the outside, and then it sticks to the things with the stuff.
Oh my god. Oh, they're making them.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Look
sure
at that.
are. Okay. While the most insane weapons at the time have not been a good idea, the sticky grenade was crazy in both theory and practice. Most impressive thing about it was it managed to get produced without anyone noticing how ridiculous it was. Well, thank God Crack
Well,
was here
did
to
you
tell
see
us
the
that.
Killdozer?
Yeah, I did. They called it sticky because it was literally covered in a powerful adhesive and then encased in a metal ball. Yeah, that would fall apart after removing the pin. It also had a handle which, when released, would activate a 5-second fuse. The way it worked is that a soldier had to sneak up on an enemy tank, stick the grenade to it, release the handle, and then run before it exploded. Well, that's not a new idea. Like magnetic
It was at this moment that he knew.
E!
He fucked up.
Gonzo!
Gonzo!
Yeah!
The audio's got Gonzo too. C. Thomas, thank you for the $2. Sticky
Yes.
grenades technically work just fine until you arched it back too far when trying to throw it. Yeah. You know what a pineapple grenade is?
I think so.
M62.
Familiar, I think.
Is that what they're called? M62? They're
I think that's the.
so
Yeah.
so pineapple grenade, and the Germans had ones that Sam, help me out here. You probably know it. Pineapple grenade, so fragmentary with the cross hatching on it for the explosive pieces to break off, as opposed to an impact grenade. And they've got the long handle on them. What are they called?
Mm-hmm.
There's a common name for them, and it escapes me. Valine might know. She knows.
Yeah, no shit.
Jim and
Valine
things
very
like
well. See, it looks like long handle pineapple grenade. Okay, well, let's just drop the pineapple long handle grenade. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see.
There they go. Look at one of them. Well, there's an impact one, but
There
look at
we
that
go.
shit.
Yeah. Those things
Yeah.
are.
Wow. That's all I'm going to say. Wow. You arch back too far and it hooks on something and you drop it and just, yeah, not good. But you,
That's it.
I remember reading about the reports that are all like typewritten, right? It's fun reading with all the spelling mistakes and typos and shit. And anyway, they did an analysis. Like, yeah, soldiers can throw much farther with the baton style, and it's weighted on one end, right? So you have nice balance. You see what I'm saying? So when you whip it, it like tumbles. That's a lot easier to get a much further distance because of its weight and its mass than simply throwing a hand grenade, which comparatively doesn't weigh very much. You see what I'm saying? But these had a lot higher individual friendly casualty rate.
Yeah. I could see that.
You blew up you and your friends a lot more often than you did with
At any rate, that
these
is what
guys.
we're going to try to do.
Gamer Valine, thank you for the tree 50. Did you ever learn RPM shifting? Also, did your dad teach you how to dump the clutch to do a solo jump start? Yeah. The latter part, yes. That's the thing, Far. If you got a dead battery and you've got a standard transmission, you can jump start your car by yourself.
That's interesting. I was not aware of that.
Plotty, you didn't know that either?
No.
Can you drive a
Granted,
stick?
I also
You know,
I
you
don't
don't have
drive.
one-
No.
one experience with
Yeah,
a
my
fucking
one
manual?
Yeah, my one experience with the manual was I was driving down the road with my sister because it was her car I was trying to practice with. I went down to the very end at a 4-way stop, killed it 4 times in that intersection, and my sister said, "All right, you're done."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember my friend, it wasn't my dad who taught me how to drive a stick. It was my friend first. And my dad was actually a really understanding guy. Like, I'm a young punk, right? And I don't have a learner's permit or anything yet. And he's like, so we get behind the wheel of this standard transmission car and he goes, okay, so you've done this before. And I was like, no. And he goes, okay, have you done this before? And I'm like, well, yeah. And he goes, okay, so you know how to get It's like, you went somewhere illegally and already did this, didn't you? Just don't fucking lie. That was great. But yeah, my friend, because the hardest part about driving a clutch, Sam, you're going to be able to back me up on this, and anyone else in chat who understands it. The hardest part about shifting, it's from a dead stop. Once you get that skill of the letting the clutch out while letting the gas down, that interplay between the two in the first gear, that's the hard part. Once you get that down, everything else is straightforward by
feathering the
comparison.
throttle in and all that.
Yeah. But that is a little bit hard to get a hold of. And if you're used to an automatic, your thought is, why can't I just step on the gas and go? And it's like, well, hey, Sometimes automation
Well,
ain't there for you. But the point being,
I didn't.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't really have much frame of reference. I've driven an automatic twice in my life.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I learned on manual. I drive 2 manuals. Yeah, but I don't really have much of a frame of reference.
So
It's not like I was like, you know, oh, I must drive automatic, fuck you. Like, no, I originally wanted to drive a manual. And then I looked at it and I went, I have ADHD. This is a bad idea.
no. I hear you. I
This is
understand what
an
you're saying.
intensely fucking bad idea. I
No.
don't trust myself already on the road by itself. Are you kidding me?
But once you get
I'm gonna
used to it,
forget,
it gives you something to do. You know what happens once you know how to drive a fucking Standard, driving an automatic? You sit there and play with the gear shift as if it's going to be able to do something because you're used to being able to actually do something. But you be riding around with your fidget spinner just to occupy your hand.
Fidget spinners don't do shit though.
You be
That's
running
why-
around with your magic box or whatever.
That's why I used to smoke in the car.
Yeah, the toughest part about stopping smoking for me is driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Window down, cigarette lit. Okay. away
But,
we
you
go.
know, I'm sure you guys have gotten in a car, your battery's dead or close to being dead, and it's not enough to turn the engine over because you forgot to turn off the dome light or whatever the fuck. Yeah, Far's been there. So, what you
No, but I'm thinking back to the 2 flat tires in one day.
Yeah.
That was fun.
did, you could do it with a...
Literally the day I came here.
Yeah.
Was it your fault?
No.
No, it like just both my mum and dad got flat tires separately on their cars.
It was on the way to the airport to pick me up.
One of them was like a fucking pop rivet too, which is just how the fuck does that happen? I don't know.
I'm still not sure what a pop rivet even is. So.
I should show you.
Yeah.
Like they're just like a little like sword looking thing.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's all they are, but it's like that should be impossible. But it happened.
You mentioned about dead battery, Polly.
Yeah, sorry, completely. ADHD'd out.
Who's this guy?
Oh, who is this gentleman?
And this is the gentleman we're talking about. Is this a guy who didn't do the sticky bomb well?
He died because of sticky bombs. It's like that fucking Simpson, like that, you know that joke in The Simpsons where it's the guy holding the grenade. He's like, I want to dedicate this to all these people, and it just explodes in his hand. Is that this guy?
Look at the tiny sub caption there above the paragraph.
Yeah, I saw that via Dad's home guard.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, and then to the bottom left. Of
Oh, he pooped himself is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Context is above the picture.
I am.
I like this real story from British Home Guard member Bill Miles. Quote, well, it was while practicing at the Home Guard bomber that the sticky bomb got stuck in his trouser leg and couldn't shift it. A quick thinking mate whipped the trousers off and got rid of them before the bomb, got rid of them and the bomb. After the following explosion, the trousers were a bit of a mess, though I think they were a bit of a mess prior to the explosion.
And now the context makes sense.
Mm-hmm. They were rejected by use from the army, by personal intervention of Sir Winston Churchill, put them into production, because apparently he hated soldiers. Thanks, Cracked. Even though he was one, I'm sure he totally hated soldiers. They were mostly used by the Home Guard and the French Resistance, who, as Sam, we both know, were spectacularly successful.
Mm-hmm. The most successful.
They were successful at producing a lot of fiction decades later. Yes.
Nice.
And the Marquis are
Look,
named
when you
after
face
them.
a land invasion, when you face a fucking land-based invasion, Yankee boy, then you can talk.
We did. It was called the American Revolution, and we won.
And who helped you? And who helped you with that?
The French did. I've never shied away from that, but you make it sound like there isn't a means of getting a whole bunch of farm boys together with their father's muskets and fighting a good fight instead of hiding up in the hills while collaborators run our country. Again, my problem isn't the Nazis, and it isn't the French. It's the fucking Vichyites. You've heard me talk about this before.
That's very much a mutual opinion.
It's the fuck. I mean, how Vichyites and Vichy in general haven't become like... Sam, to say Vichyiite or whatever, or any version thereof, is that akin to saying Benedict Arnold in French?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Good. I'm
Good.
Yeah.
very good.
It is preferable to refer to another man's mother as a 2-bit whore than to label him a Vichyiite.
And rightly so. Yeah, it's like just
like if you're at a bar, here and someone calls you,
At any rate, that is what we're going to try to do.
Go ahead.
And,
Our man Churchill was just saying something we're trying to decipher there. Go ahead.
Yeah, if someone were to make an allusion to you being a Vichyiite in a bar or something like that, you take him out. You know, you demand satisfaction. You go out into the street and you punch his fucking lights out. Yeah, there's a good chance you won't be arrested.
Far Platy, Vichy, anything? Okay,
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, Gamer Valine, thank you very much for the
Yeah, but-
350. What?
Not really, no.
Yeah, but Platy's not.
I'm not.
Oh,
She was shaking her head as if you could see her.
No, I can't see. I'm not familiar with Feliciates at all.
it's a geographical area technically, but it's the name that fell upon the French collaborators, the bureaucrats and administrators that didn't leave office or weren't arrested or whatever, but stayed in position and helped the Nazi occupiers run administratively the country that they had just invaded, namely France. So they became bloodsuckers very much upon their own people by being the worst, lowest form of bottom feeder that one can be. A collaborator.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand now.
Yeah, so Benedict Arnold.
Now
it's
the
why
comparison
the
makes
South-
sense.
It's why the South still hates the fucking North, really, when it comes down to it.
Oh, I was being very...
You're talking about French.
Yeah, I was being very American-centric there. I'm like, what? Like, I was just trying to think that through. I'm like, what the...
No, he's talking about France.
I get your point.
There's no small animosity.
Anyway,
sorry.
No,
God,
Garen Verleen, thank you for the 250. American forces used a grenade spoon with a normal pineapple grenade in World War II. The German fragmentation stick grenade was the, oh my god, was the Steelhandgranatit 43. I tried Germaning.
So German.
That's so German.
So German.
So very German.
I mean, and you look at it, and it's very clearly steel hand grenade, model 1943, but it's like das Steelhandgranit.
I mean, Germans are very direct with what they say. They are with their words in general. So.
Yes, they are.
Let's see. So, yeah, they were used by the French resistance, but also found their way into the hands of British soldiers in North Africa, where they claimed a grand total of 6 German tanks and an undisclosed number of British trousers. I am greatly concerned about moving on to number 4 here.
Same here.
Yeah, what?
Chat can't see it, but I haven't scrolled up enough.
Yeah.
But I am, fuck you.
So.
Because this is cracked.
Yeah.
This is woke ass cracked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's like, what
Here we go,
can I
Chad.
mean by this?
Number 4, the 18th century machine gun was racist.
Okay.
In 1718, a guy named James Puckle patented the world's first rapid-fire weapon, the defense gun, also known as the Puckle gun, resembling a giant revolver on a tripod. But hey, listen, the only thing available in the American Revolution were single-shot muskets that took a minute to load. That's why you should never listen to Democrats tell you anything about history. But we don't do politics here, so moving on. Resembling a giant revolver on a tripod, this gun claimed to be able to fire 63 shots in 7 minutes, which in modern mathematics was known as 9 shots a minute. This may not seem like much when we consider that the most skilled musketeers at the time could only fire 3 shots a minute. It was a vast improvement. Well, that's because you actually know nothing of the tactics at the time. With a 3-man team, you could fire 1 shot every 10 seconds because you have one guy reloading who hands the next guy to the gun, and forward. 3 men operating 1 musket. Jesus Christ, you could fire fast. Learn something in history, you dumb fuck. Anyway. There she be. The official reason why the Puckle gun never caught on with the British Army is that it had way too many cylinders, like 3 or 4. Clearly, this was more cylinders than British gunsmiths could keep track of. Okay.
Okay.
Hard time.
So why is it racist?
I'm having a hard time following you. It probably, I don't. They used it in various British wars and British colonies in Africa. I'm good. That's my guess. Best guess.
Yeah, it's gotta relate to Africa somehow. That's the only thing that makes it racist at that point.
The reason why the Puckle gun had so many cylinders, by the way, was blatant racism. Wait, what? You see?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What?
You see, included in the patent for the gun was the concept of interchangeable cylinders. One shot regular musket balls meant for civilized people, and the other shot square bullets at Muslim Turks. Why? According to the patent, the square bullets hurt more and were meant to teach the Turks the benefits of Christian civilization. No, that's just that's not racist. That's just based.
Yeah.
So really, though, they just had interchangeable cylinders, and you could just use one to hurt people more. That's it.
Yeah, one round was more mortally, like a round shot versus a square shot. Yeah, the square shot's gonna do more damage. There's like shotgun pellets now that have like splits through them and stuff like that. Anything that has a it is gonna have more friction when going through soft targets. That sort of thing, like an expanding bullet, is gonna have a wider frontal area, etc., etc. So the point is they cause more damage. And he's like, we're gonna use those against Muslim Turks. Well, yeah. They were Muslim. The Turks were great fighters, man. It was, and that's who they were fighting. What's the surprise? And Muslim, Christian, Muslim, those aren't racist, you fucking idiots. But anyway, go on.
No, but you know what happened like 200 years later, though?
What's that?
The Turks ended up using machine guns against Australians, so it all comes around again.
Yeah,
fucking Gallipoli, am I right?
But that's defense against colonialism, Far. It's different.
Fucking Gallipoli, am I right?
Yeah, you'd be right. There were several reasons why it was a bad idea. First of all, there was no way to test whether or not square bullets hurt more than a round one without actually shooting one at a volunteer, and that would require finding someone who was willing to convert to Islam before. Oh, okay, I'm done.
Go fuck yourself.
I mean, that's racist again. Hey, the Liberator. Cool.
I knew you'd like this one.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
This is the awesomest little piece of crap ever made. This is.
It looks like a little water gun.
I know. It's
at any rate, that is what we're going to try to do.
This thing is epic. I love so much, Sam. This made my night.
This is why I sent you this article. I saw a couple of digs at the French, and I was like, Polly's gonna love this.
C. Thomas, thank you for the true fitty. The Puckle gun was never used by the British. They saw the thing as too expensive and complicated. Also, it was intended for use on Navy ships to use against smaller boats. You mean Cracked was full of shit?
Never would have guessed.
Yeah, I actually, C. Thomas, do not know anything about the Puckle gun. I can talk about rapid fire guns during the early Republic era, Revolutionary War era, but not anything earlier. Is like, what was that 1718? I believe the patent.
Yeah, it was 1718.
Was it? Okay. Yeah, military stuff that early on. I am not a military firearms guy at all. So yeah, no, C. Thomas, thank you for. It's a naval gun, and so what the fuck were these guys talking about? I don't know.
Those naval Turks, you know?
Somalian pirates.
Turkish pirates.
How many of you guys want to bet that if we went looking for here's this quotation, it was meant to teach the Turks the benefits of Christian civilization? Do you want to bet that those 4 words were cut out of something that had nothing to do with what they just mentioned beforehand in this sentence?
You know what I think it probably came from? It probably someone describing a use for it, not what the intended use was, but a use.
Like, for example, this gun is like in a patent. You're going to describe your device, whatever it is, a car that runs on water, a rice cooker, machine gun from 1718 that fires square rounds, interchangeable cylinders, right? You can describe it in the most promotional terms possible, like it's
absolutely,
it's the new best mousetrap possible, that kind of thing. Is it so hard to believe that they would say in this in their patent application This technological advancement is yet another benefit of Christian civilization. Like, do you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't find it terribly
Internally
surprising
facing
that
propaganda.
it's all of like and we're not just building for the British, but for the French and for the whoever, because this was probably one of the many periods where the French and the English weren't at war before they went right back into war again. You know. Sorry, but it's true. You guys are
It was a
traditional
Tuesday.
enemies. Yeah, you know what I mean? They were took a long weekend off or whatever the hell. But here we go, the Liberator. Don't call it ridiculous. It was well intentioned, damn it. I love
The
this
idea
little
was
guy.
there, the execution, not so much.
Yeah, it's a single shot 45 platy. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I kind of yeah.
But let's read on.
This thing
Let's read
just
on.
yes. Let's read this.
The French Resistance is one of the most famous guerrilla organizations in history, and the one thing that kept the French from looking totally incompetent during the biggest war the world has ever known, the United States really wanted to help them out. But they also wanted to not spend a lot of money doing it.
Cheap bastards.
What? That isn't even what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to know something about the fucking Liberator. They had to mass produce it because they were going to airdrop them, which means they could end up fucking anywhere, and most of them unused when you airdrop food at that time.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You know who could use a Liberator
Got
right
drunk.
now? What's that?
Got the drunk lady.
Oh, you
Got
got the
drunk.
drunk? Well, check got Gonzo. Speaking of Gonzo, yeah.
You could use this.
Yeah, when you're running along the Hungarian border and anyone and everyone could be after you, you could use a Liberator.
Mm-hmm.
C. Thomas, thank you for the $2. I would like to interject with this. The British used the Brown Bass musket for at least 100 years before they decided to try upgrading. Yeah, they did. Yeah, that's... Sam, there's one of the weird parts, and C. Thomas too, and anyone else who's gun nerdy enough to give a fuck. Revolutionary War, you had many people who had rifles with, muskets with rifled bores. They just weren't common. The majority of them were smoothbore muskets, hence muskets, not rifles, right? It's
Cost of production, right?
yes, very difficult to make. All of these things are being made individually by hand, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the spring steel in them and other things like that were being mass produced, but they're just pieces and parts. They're all being fitted together by hand. The bores are being bored out by hand, and then you got to run a rifling button through it and whatnot because they didn't have modern cold hammer forging techniques to pull it off. The point is, it's wild to think that in the middle of the Revolutionary War, there were sharpshooters with rifled barrels. There were. They just weren't common.
Mm-hmm.
And so there you go. But, you know, let's hear Cracked explain why every armament should be top-notch fucking expensive when you're going to be dropping a bunch of it into the fucking forested mountains where your guerrillas are hanging out and most of them won't be found by anybody. But it's okay. Let's just throw money out of the plane. Then Cracked will be able to laugh at that. Fucking retards.
Well, they can't laugh anymore. They don't exist anymore.
Joke's on them.
Yeah.
Joke's on them.
Let's all piss on their grave.
Looks like they...
Here's to the downfall of Cracked. Cheers, everyone. Okay, moving along. The United States wanted to help them out, but they didn't want to spend much money doing it because that wouldn't have made sense in the situation. Thus, the FP-45 Liberator was born, a weapon specifically designed to be a low cost and easy to mass produce, and extremely easy to use is the whole point. The Liberator also was seemingly designed to suck balls, kind of like your entire website and concept for being. First of all, the gun had an effective range of about 25 feet. Well, look how short that barrel is. You want to bitch some more, you ignorant fuck? Which coincidentally is about as far as you could throw it. Yeah, but the round's going 700 feet per second. As fast as your retarded mind is capable of working. The idea behind it... What?
No, nothing.
Okay. The idea behind it was that a resistance fighter could use it to sneak up on an unsuspecting Nazi, shoot him at close range, and then steal his weapon that didn't completely suck. Literally, that was the idea.
Yeah.
Was you have no weaponry whatsoever. Here's multiple rounds
This
of
is
ammunition.
how you get it.
Yeah. You can use it for sneak up, shoot and kill, drop and walk away. It was also inexpensive for them. So they shoot somebody in whatever operation. They're guerrilla fighters. What did you want to hook them up with? The fucking killdozer from New Zealand?
They're probably way less
booties?
effective.
I just want to sort of stress as well for the context at the time. prior to the breakout of the Second World War for us, our own government took away citizens' arms, like the guns, shotguns, all of that kind of crap, because they were worried, they were terrified that there was going to be a communist uprising, a nationalist uprising, that there would be pro-German support and all that kind of thing. They came in and they took away our guns. Never surrender your Second Amendment rights, people.
Amen.
Yep.
Here's to Sam's
Amen.
wisdom. Woo! I'm not using excuses to drink. It's fine. Also, they're easy to consume. I mean, Mason Corner, see, that this is a reasonable criticism. Yeah. You look at the lib, and it is cool, but it's a bit tarted. Plus, they've also got all of 5 feet with the smoothbore 45 they're shooting. Yeah, not a rifled bore, so, like, yeah, the bullet's going to start tumbling immediately. But again, you put it to the back of a fucking Kraut's neck, and yeah, his head's going to explode out the front just the same. Am I right?
Amen.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal, but true. I mean, fuck. We can't all be like the Germans and totally over-engineer and over-spring our guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to make a machine gun, though.
Ooh, the Italians made weapons, too.
Oh! Did they now?
And the Swiss.
I am drunk. So drunk.
Now
I
we got
cannot
drunk.
get up.
Yeah. Yeah, we all got the same. We got drunk lady. Okay. See, Tom,
Wait,
it's
did
like...
Sam just say you got Gonzo?
I got Gonzo.
Did you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah, did you?
1 out of 4. Okay. See, Tom, thank you for the $2. How dare you compare the Killdozer to that Kiwi pile of shit. Killdozer had a better track... Excuse me, a better track record. Indeed. Indeed it did. You know, Sam, that's a video we should do. Not Killdozer. Liberation weapons of that sort. Disposable weapons that are designed for airdrops.
Ooh, yeah.
The Liberator by far isn't the first one. It's just the most commonly known one. Because and there's the other thing. Guys, it never saw large-scale deployment. There were not that many of them made. They're still available on the collector's market, and they go for really, really high prices because they came with a box, a number of rounds of 45, and extremely basic pictorial instructions, so you didn't need to know a specific language. That fucking simple. You simply pull back this part on the end right here, and that cocks it, and then you pull the trigger, and bang, it goes off. That's it. No safety, no nothing, because what the fuck you need any of that shit for?
And
Yeah.
you know where else it
don't
might be available? The French countryside. Just get digging.
Quite literally, yes. There's a whole bunch of them still
Yeah.
up in the mountains.
Yeah, just go dig.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, but Crack knows better that America should have dumped a bunch of expensive high-tech shit up there. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, and they're probably racist now.
and the other thing is we wanted to be able to like Kalashnikov thinking, right? We don't want to just make these ourselves. We want to be able to provide the means for other people to make them rapid fire. Maybe you can tell just by looking at it, it's all just stamped sheet metal
Yeah.
with a minimum of mechanical and industrial processing power. You can crank these fuckers out as much as you want. And when every fucking buddy has them, well, that becomes actually a legitimate danger and threat. Like Sam said, never give up your arms, or you're going to have to resort to whatever you can get your hands on, like this. But you see what I'm saying. Moving on. Okay, so mafia weaponry. Here we are. Oh, look, there's a little instruction sheet.
Yeah.
Hey!
Crank, turn
God, it
side.
looks like
turn in.
it looks like something.
Yay!
Hey!
Sweet.
Before I forget though, that looks like something you'd find like a Nintendo manual.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Make sure to wrap this lanyard around your wrist so you don't throw it through your TV.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Sabbath21 for the $5. Can we not forget that Crack.com had an article in 2015 talking about how PDF files is misunderstood?
Oh,
Can we join FAR right now with a fuck off cunt? Yeah, sure.
fuck off.
Yeah, this is my cultural right to allow you all to say cunt. So, you know, fuck off cunts. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
She's got the spirit.
That's fucking. Good lord.
I can give you all the C card.
The C card.
Yeah, it's you know, the SeaWorld card.
You know,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it since you mentioned it, and yeah, I think we should call this the Nintendo Unamigo.
There it is right there. I won at auction.
Yeah.
Holy balls, $3,000?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And yeah, they were not that many of them made. So if there's still ones around, they were like warehouse and greased, and the barrels such as they were cosmolined.
That is so much for just a piece of shitty stamped sheet metal, man.
You mean a piece of history, of glorious
It is.
history?
It's good history.
Thank God for fucking sheet metal.
Holy
Yeah,
hell.
I'm just thinking
absolutely.
of some of like the Civil War era rifles. Civil War era guns and all that. You can pick them up for like $2,700. Oh.
The Otsan is right. It's minty fresh. It's like minty US. Does minty mean kind of mint, but not quite?
Well, you know, some damage as it hit the ground. You know, actually, I
It
just
comes
want to
with
point
a
out
free
something.
minty. It comes with a
This is-
free minty.
This is one of the few French guns that you can actually say was never fired, dropped once. You guys get a free pass on that one. How about it?
Mm.
Hey, Kefki, how's it going?
Hey, Kempy.
I'm legitimately curious what like a full-on one with it, and the paper is waxed because it's going to land in water, and they don't want it just falling apart. You know, all the fucking things for ruggedization, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
They really went ham with it. Damn.
Oh my god.
That one looks pretty mint condition, not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Looks like I polished it and everything.
Yeah, no rust, like very visible at all.
This is not minty. It's simply mint.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And there's
No
the
free minties for you.
look at the wax box it's in for dropping.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And it was expected to fetch between 5 and 750 and fetched 4,300.
4,300.
Yeah. But I mean, just you know,
Still.
if I had Elon Musk money, would I want one like this? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
that's
fascinating piece of history, and then I'd have it in my
That's
will
a
to,
collector's item for sure.
yeah,
for
and I'd have it
histories.
donated to some museum when I died, but I'd want it in my private gun collection. I might even fire it once or twice.
Probably all you could fire it.
And who made it?
Honestly,
That's
yes.
right, General Motors.
Ah, that's right. Back with GM.
Oh, well, there's one for me.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Look at that.
Back to my tips list here. 2 seconds while it's load again. Thank you, 721 for the $5. It says, never give up your arms unless it's the French-made shusha. The coolest looking piece of jammed up garbage, guaranteed to ruin your day in World War One. Never let bicycle companies make your guns. yeah, that's not wrong.
Oof. See, the other one we were looking at didn't come with the box, nor the instructions. If you notice, they weren't there.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're going for collectors, you want everything is proper,
All-
no parts have been replaced. Yeah, and like you were saying, like, all complete. Yeah, and how
Give it
nice,
all.
how nice the box is, whether it was like crushed in the warehouse or whatever. Like the more original and perfect it can look. And this one fetched 5,400, which is pretty sweet. Good
Yeah.
lord. The single-shot clandestine pistol with original box and instruction sheet. Is that a whole bunch of gun smoke floating out the top to be hardcore?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it
It
is.
looks that
Damn.
way.
That's hilarious. All right, moving along. Where were we? All right, back here. There's the instruction
There.
sheet. It looks like some cheap toy gun from the dollar store that you'd still want banned because it threatens your fifi somehow. And retrofitted to fire live ammo. Yeah, toy guns can't be retrofitted that way. That's why you work at Cracked. Despite all the obvious shortcomings, the U.S. government actually produced 1 million of these guns with plans to secretly drop them all over occupied Europe. Historians claim that only a few were actually used by resistance fighters, probably because it was very hard to carry one of these things without feeling like someone on the other side of the Atlantic was laughing at you.
We
What?
didn't care about that.
That's not gonna
Yeah, you
matter.
just wanted a fucking
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah, you just wanted
Well,
something to actually get the job done.
Yeah,
There
I
you
just
go.
wanted a pew pew.
Canada's useless World War I rifle. Looks like a Lee Enfield, like a British rifle. It turns out one of the world's most inept weapons are a direct result of England being a jerk to its colonies. When Great Britain told Canada to provide troops for the war effort back in World War I, Canada happily obliged when the Canadians asked the British for weapons to equip themselves with. However, they were told to bugger off. So, with no other choice, they sent their forces into battle equipped with a gun 100% made in the land of the Maple Leaf, the Ross rifle. Which looks very much like a British fucking Lee Enfield, honestly. But okay, let's hear more.
Maybe they copied one from a postcard.
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah. The Ross rifle was a fine, reliable weapon as long as it didn't get dirty or wet. Then, because of various design flaws, it turned into a useless piece of shit and a serious threat to the life of the person who fired it.
Oh no.
The names in Canadian history. More are coming. Will you be there? Enlist! Look, Canada used to have a respectable flag. Look at that.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty
Flag,
shit.
isn't it?
It's pretty shit.
You don't like it?
No, I say that because it looks like the fucking Australian and New Zealand flag, just red.
But that's...
Get your
That's
own
the
flag.
fuck.
We already
Hard.
have problems.
Commonwealth.
We
Where
already
the
have
fuck do you
problems.
think you got your flags from?
Do you know how many problems we have, like, with countries just confusing Australia and New Zealand's flag?
They're not going to confuse the one that's blood red with yours, though.
I mean,
They might.
Look,
People are dumb.
New Zealand should have a laser kiwi as the
They,
as the
yes,
flag.
they should.
Everyone knows that. That's
Agreed.
Everyone knows
solidly
that.
agreed upon, yes.
Right, that fucking laser kiwi.
Yeah,
Should have won.
should have won.
Should have fucking won. Oh. Okay.
Okay, this guy's pretty
Canadian
hard.
healthcare.
Yeah,
I
right?
see.
What's that? You've got a
That's my
tumor?
line.
Quick, let me operate. Like many
I
weapons of the day, the Ross
see.
rifle didn't handle dirt or grime in its inner workings very well. Unfortunately for Canadian troops, wars tend to be fought in rather messy places, which you'll never know, you cowarding bastard. Which meant that their rifles were constantly jamming or misfiring. Cleaning the rifle required the soldier to completely dismantle the mechanism, which sucked for them because the parts were extremely difficult to take apart, even more difficult to put back together, and were remarkably easy to break. For instance, when the rifle was fired, the bayonet on the end would often go with the bullet falling right the fuck off. That's not good.
Okay, that is
Unless, of course, you want
that is
like,
pretty bad.
falling off. No, firing along with the bullet. Sweet.
Charles, look, I'm going to stab the guy all the way over there.
All I'm picturing is that you guys know the videos where it's like the mortars that fail to just do it, and that's the bayonet. It just kind of.
Yeah. I know the ones.
Has anyone ever done that though? Like, just, you know, it's like a gun shooting, except instead of like bullets, it's just knives.
A ballistic knife
Yes.
that exists.
Does that exist?
Yeah.
Okay. Now to make it bayonets.
Wait a minute. Is that a period picture?
It looks
I'd
like
assume so.
Okay, I'm sorry. That guy looks pretty fucking hardcore. I don't care what anyone fucking
Yeah.
says. I mean, that's a World War I Canadian soldier. I'm thinking, fuck off, man. That guy looks like he's ready to take
How
you
the-
and your whole family out, man. Look at him. Just,
right. How the mighty have fallen, right?
right?
Yeah, right?
I mean, you let one
is,
effeminate fucking. I'll leave it alone.
This is the first victim of Canadian healthcare.
Oh.
Look, he's even got the manly mustache working and everything. Like this. Yeah, that's an awesome picture. Holy shit. In the end, most Canadian soldiers ended up dumping their useless rifles in the battlefield and scavenging for the weapons of dead British soldiers. The Ross was still favored by snipers, though, since under good conditions, they were very accurate, and also because snipers have a death wish.
Oh,
What?
Fuck off. Fuck off.
What?
Thanks, cracked.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Fuck off.
Snipers have a death wish. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
The shield gun.
I'll be right back.
The shield gun? Okay.
I'm assuming you're hiding behind a shield while firing a gun, if you know what I mean? A protective
Yes. They're
plate
like,
of
just
some
like-
sort.
Did they just shove a pistol in the middle of a big, heavy metal thing or something?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Okay.
pretty much bolted and welded together. I think, Platy, you've guessed correctly. Let's find out here. And I love how, like, haphazard all of these rivets and bolts and connectors and
Yes.
fasteners are placed. It's just,
It just looks like it's not meant to be there, but it's just hobbled together on the fly.
In the mid-1950s, Italian gunsmith Giovanni Battista believed that he finally answered the question that men had been asking themselves since the invention of guns. How can I shoot the bastard in front of me without giving him a chance to shoot me back? Shoot him in the back. That's the safest way.
Yeah.
In 1544, Battista displayed his fantastic invention to King Henry VIII, who was supposedly impressed that he immediately ordered 100 of them for use by his personal bodyguards. Fantastic invention, a shield with a pistol sticking out of it.
It is a pistol. Okay.
I don't see the problem.
I don't see the problem either.
Okay.
It's gonna be heavy as fuck, yes, but
portability.
At any rate, that is what we're going to try to do.
I think you guys nailed it.
yeah.
Gamer Vlaine, thank you for the tree fitty. Yeah, and Canada took their shit rifles off on a campaign of war crimes that was overshadowed by Japan only after they attacked Pearl Harbor. Man, Vlaine is really up on Canadian war crimes.
Yeah.
She knows her
Canadian war
details,
crimes. I didn't know that was the thing.
Okay, I come back to Canadian war crimes.
Yeah,
but
Vlaine
Canadian-
loves talking about her Canadian war crimes.
Okay then.
On one hand, the obvious advantage of shaping your gun like a shield. Fart, this is the thing we're talking about right now. It's a shield with a gun in the middle.
Oh my god.
Really?
1544, though. The year is important.
It looks like a tit.
It kind of does.
The tit of death.
Damn it. It's a titty gun. It's a titty.
You're not wrong, but okay.
Send Edward Kelly.
I'm curious
Gives a whole
what
new angle to the.
I'm curious what Pretty Boy Achilles has to do with any of this, but okay.
It really brings a whole new level to the word ballisti, doesn't it?
The obvious advantage of shaping a gun like a shield is it offers you the same protection as one. On the other hand, the shields are also heavy as fuck. They also...
Yeah.
They had to be in order to accommodate all that armor that's keeping you from being dismembered. That's one thing Yeah, I know. It's a totally bad choice of words. Makes no sense. That's one thing they never tell you in movies, probably because they can't risk giving Brad Pitt a hernia with a realistic prop.
Or, you're thinking of the wrong era? The wrong what? And expecting better of Hollywood?
It's only off by like 3,500 years. Big deal.
Well, that's it. 3,500 years for another.
There seems to be this like really, really common misunderstanding amongst people who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, that like shields were built to be especially heavy and were commonly like clad in metal. No, they weren't.
No.
They really, really weren't.
No, there's a reason for that, and I can tell you exactly the reason, because Dad made one. It's down there, you can lift it if you want. It's fucking heavy as shit. The sword that accompanies it is better.
Huh.
Although you have to grip it weirdly. It's like made as like a one-handed thing, but like you have to use two hands. It's like, yeah, there's reasons. It's too heavy. There's no way.
Well,
Pretty damn hard to aim when you're holding up a pistol with a 30-pound shield. Well, tell Reaper that. He can do it. Especially when that pistol is the shield. A gun shield proved to be impossible to aim unless it was set down against a hard surface, defeating its whole purpose. Also, all guns back in those days were muzzle-loaded. Once you blew your load, how are you even supposed to reload the thing without exposing yourself? Okay, well, there's some design errors I don't understand what... Why isn't there like a...
though.
Yeah, why isn't there like a two-man operation where you've got a large rounded shield of the sort to protect from archers, if you're the French going up against English archers, so I'm being really specific here, where you could put it down against the ground. There's a window in the middle, and that is what you're firing the gun through, that both of you are behind. You see what I mean?
that's...
Yeah.
That is eventually what they ended up doing.
Is it?
Yeah, kite shields with a little cutout, yeah.
Something tells me I didn't come up with that idea, and it's like, oh, if only these bastards were as smart as me. No, it's just kind of think what works, and yeah, somebody probably did it before you, dumbass. There you go.
There's also the Lockerbur axe, which is sort of an axe with a typically sort of two-handed axe or what have you, nice long handle on it, and a relatively long blade as well. and they would set the bottom end of the haft of the axe on the ground, and then use that as a prop to put their guns on top as well. So yeah, same sort of basic principle. Once they realized that shields weren't going to do shit against against firearms.
But you know what this kind of reminds me of, though? It's just
A tit?
early design tank. Well, yes, a tit.
Okay.
Obviously, a fucking tit. But just
sorry,
early design
sure.
of a tank.
Yeah.
It's just a tank without all the extra bits on it.
Now you want to talk about
Man-sized
ridiculous armor with a gun and so on. It was Da Vinci's personal tank. Remember that thing?
Oh god, yeah. Da Vinci,
weird-
forever the ideas man, but no.
Far, we've got to do a story about the time Da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Machiavelli were all in the same time at the same place trying to solve the same problem, and it just didn't
Yeah,
work
that was
out.
weird.
Yeah,
That was fucking weird.
it really was. That's a true story, Sam. Did you know that?
I did not.
Michelangelo's-
I look forward to the video.
We should do that video. You know his statue of David, Michelangelo's statue of David?
Mhm.
That's what started it. So they moved it from Florence to another place, and then it goes on, and Michelangelo, being the fucking, quick to anger, short-tempered, short-fused man that he was, got all pissed
Italian,
off
yeah.
over it, and so they called in Machiavelli to come up with a solution that he'd been running before, and then Da Vinci steps in and says, no, here's a technological solution against Machiavelli's, what strategy, tactics, what's that worth? Pshaw, I can give you a technical solution. And Michelangelo's, but, my statue, oh, far, this is calling for an animatic, I can see it now.
Yes.
All right, I guess it's scripting to be done later.
Like just give me the fucking audio. While I have time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
So that was it.
Boom.
The
Is this
gun
actually
shield
one?
was-
Yeah, Hagen's Armory. Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's so weird looking. It's just tube out of
Yeah.
It's quite literally a manhole cover.
Yes.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I see what you did there.
Oh, you can make your own DIY shield gun at home. You know, just get a manhole cover.
Or, what's become a big thing on some of the channels I watch, it's become a big thing anyway, I should say that. Motherfuckers will go to social media and they'll say, okay, here's the 3 ideas that we have. Which one do you want to see us do first? See, we could do that. We could put it out. Which one do you want to see first? One of the 39 ideas that I've fucking started between you and I or whatever. And,
Oh god.
do you know, like, the history of Zippity Doodah, Zippity Day, that guy?
Yeah, no, I know.
There's a lot of things here I'm missing. Gosh, you guys talk about so much shit while I'm asleep.
And now you're awake for it.
Yes, for the next 3 weeks I am.
Yeah. Isn't that just
Imagine what's gonna happen when you move to the stateside and Polly has to adjust to that schedule.
you aren't.
No?
I don't know.
Polly,
What's up,
Wouldn't
Sam?
you could. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, you all know that we have to wrestle with the algorithm here, there, and everywhere, right? There was these wonderful things called YouTube polls that got put out a little while ago, and apparently the algorithm still likes those. Would you guys be
Ooh.
averse to Polly running a YouTube poll here to decide something along those lines?
I have
Poll.
never been averse to the YouTube poll, but my competency has been averse to figuring out how the fuck to do one.
That's fair.
We will figure it out, Polly, for the people.
Yeah.
For the people.
Yeah,
If they so desire.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Deline in chat got me thinking about something. Wait, jumping all around. Things are crazy. Hold on. Fuck. Everything's going. What?
Oh no.
The universe.
Yeah, right. Where is Leaner here? There she is. 30 pounds. That's it. This writer describes 30 pounds like it was 100. I bet this person whines how heavy their laptop is. Right.
I am drunk. So drunk. I
Gonzo!
cannot
Oh, chat.
Damn it! I got Eva Green.
Yeah, chat got Eva Green too. Server 21, thank you for the $2. Gatling guns come in a variety of different flavors, starting with the biggest, baddest motherfucker of them all, the GAU-8 Avenger, a 30mm precision-engineered lead-breathing dragon. Brrr. Fuck yeah. Everybody knows
I
how
love
much
the sound effect. That was great.
Everyone knows how much I love my guns. Feline
Yeah.
especially knows I'm a big fucking A10 War Dog fan, and fuck yes. Any plane that can fire that slow or fly that slow and that low to actually provide that level of ground support and still have that level of firepower, that is not outmoded.
That is an air tank that needs to be continued to be approved upon. What the fuck?
Yeah. And Feline can tell you all about
Like-
the technical stuff going on in and around it, why they want to retire them, which ones are still in effect, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like nothing can
Give
take
us
that thing's
better
place.
ones.
Yeah. And
Just improve it.
you know, and Feline's one step ahead over there. Speaking of which, because I just brought this up there and then bring this. No, shit, wrong button. Come here, let go. There we go. I give you the 82A1 Barrett.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a little bit oversized
Man.
for the screen here, but that's just how fucking big it is. And how much does it weigh in at? You're asking? That's over 30 pounds.
fuck.
32.7.
That's a jeez.
It's okay, boys and girls. Strap it to me back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm not shoulder firing that bitch. I know myself. I know my limits.
There we go. Get it all on. There we go.
That thing's good. That's gonna be on a table or on the ground. That's where that's gonna be fired from. I'm not holding that thing up at all. That bipod is going to be everything it uses.
And they're banned in California because of all of those
everywhere's
gangland
banned.
Barrettings. No,
Oh,
there hasn't
man,
been
'cause-
one. But, you know, hey.
Well, you know what? I would actually like to thank California for banning 50 cals because it means we got the shit act.
You know one of my favorite things about it that no one has ever really mentioned? I'm sure someone has, but I've never heard anyone bring it up. It's the cute little AR-15 grip on it.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Platy, you got an AR-15. That is actually an
Yeah.
AR-15 modular part. I mean, why design
Really?
why design a new grip? It's
I mean, it works, I guess.
Yeah. It just looks so diminutive on this fucking beast.
Yeah.
And-
not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun firing the P90 full auto. This thing is something I would be like interested in maybe firing a couple times too. Frightening as fuck, but fun to fire probably.
Yeah. And as
Also stupid expensive.
yeah, absolutely. It is stupid expensive. You can go into bolt action 3.3 at Lapuas that don't quite look like, obviously don't look anything like this, but we'll get you about what? 75% of the way there with the right load.
Pretty
Maybe
much,
maybe
yeah.
less. 60-70% of the
Little.
way there. I'd have to look at some numbers. My point is, it's a big old fuck off gun, and you're cutting your cost by like, Jesus Christ, 9 out of 10 compared to a 50
Mhm.
Barrett. I mean, these fuckers are thousands upon thousands of dollars. You can get a 3.3 Lapua from Savage for like $1,100.
Jeez.
That begs the question. How much would it cost me to pick up a Hackett 2?
Meanwhile, Sam's furiously typing. To give you
Sorry,
an,
I'm just looking at how much it would cost to pick up the PGM Hackett 2.
to give you an idea here, Far, to bring you into the thing. So this carry handle in the middle is obviously a carry handle, right? And you're not going to put
Mhm.
you're not going to put your carry handle somewhere at the back or the front. You're going to put it dead at its center of balance. Believe it or not, that is at its center of balance. That's how heavy that fucking barrel is.
Fucking Christ.
Look how much of the thing there is behind the connection point. It just keeps
Yeah.
going and going and going. It's like 2/3 of the way to the front. Yeah, because all of the weight's in the fucking barrel. So that, picking it up there, is actually balanced. 32
Okay.
pounds. So in other words, a couple of FARs.
Thanks.
Okay, 6,500 for a very good condition Hackett 2. Ooh. If I had Elon Musk money.
Yeah, good old Elon money. Just reinvigorate this to be.
What? That's the
Except-
point. What would so what would what did we say the 82A1 would run you?
Oh God, I don't even know. It's What do you figure if we look it up, chat? I'm going to say a wide range. I don't know. Somewhere between 4,000 and 7,000. I'm going to guess. Reaper would be able to give a better guess. Somewhere between 4 and 7 grand. And how much is the one you're looking up going for?
Well, I mean, very good condition, so second-hand market. $6,500. For the PGM Hackett too. So for a new 82A1, I would say it's got to be 11 grand, surely.
They're about 15 to 18,000. Valine says, "Holy shit, I was way the fuck off." Good God. But that brings us to the end because that is the stupidest one ever. The shield gun, according to Cracked.
So, all right. So shield gun is the last one.
Yeah, the shield one is the last one, yeah.
I feel like there's dumber. There has to be dumber out there.
I think so. They didn't have fucking Leonardo da Vinci's personal one-man tank thing. It was ridiculous.
No.
They're probably...
Was that ever actually built?
No.
I was just about to say, they're probably talking about
Leonardo
things
da
that were
Vinci.
actually used, you know, and that's...
Yeah.
But did it say designed, or did it actually say implemented? No, conceived, ever built. People have built it in the modern era. They've built pretty much all of Da Vinci's things in the modern era just to show how ridiculously stupid they were. I'm not saying he wasn't clever. I'm not. It's just a lot of his ideas
he
were just
absolutely was.
not very likely to fucking work. Like his
Fucking helicopter.
yeah. Da Vinci's
Da Vinci.
helicopter.
The Winky.
I mean, look at that thing.
Yeah. Like, it looks cool, but like, it's not gonna work.
No.
And I mean, to be fair, like, no one had tried to actually make something like this back in those days anyway, so it's like, well... Yeah,
You know
did he
who
have
would've
anything
been
to base it off? Not really. But
You know who
even in
would've-
saying that... Eh?
You know
Sorry.
who would have been delighted by this design, though?
Who?
Fucking Archimedes.
Well, yeah, but that guy was screwed.
I'm out.
Ah.
Quick, you made a screw pun bolt.
Just never ends.
Or should it? I want to test something. I forgot to see if sound is working. So let's just
Yeah.
let's just run a quick test. Sound for us, chat, is going to be working just fine, but for some fucking reason, on Discord, sound share is spotty at best, and I have to keep restarting my computer, which I didn't do before we went live, so they may or may not be able to hear the sounds that I'm hoping they can. Let me just go prep screen. Can you hear it? Soft orchestral?
No.
I cannot know.
No.
Nah, well.
That
is it
sucks.
on the is it on the one for video play?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Source 5 FPS is what's reported to me, which is readability.
That's not particularly... I mean, it's, like I said, quiet orchestral, so let's go with something like ka-fucking boom. Oh, I know. With some A10 Bert.
I thought you were going to put some fucking Nightcore on for far.
Okay,
Oh, God.
better idea. Nightcore.
No. I'm not gonna be out to hear it anyway.
Yes!
You convinced me, Sam.
Hello, copyright claims.
And when that happens... Oh, right, every stream. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Boom. Okay, there. The Ultimate Nightcore playlist. Let's go with some Nightcore gaming mix song, whatever the fuck. Ooh, Angel with a Shotgun. There we go.
Yeah, are you sure it's on the actual right one? It's not the readability?
I don't know how many times I can tell you, but yes, it is.
So okay, sorry.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's on share application. Tragic. Launching. And no.
No.
Okay, well, fuck that then. What are you gonna do? Technical fails never fucking end.
Thanks, Discord.
What I'm gonna do then, because otherwise you guys won't be able to know unless you know,
Mm-hmm.
What I want you to do is listen to this on your own, and then you can share the pain individually. Fair enough? Fair enough.
I guess.
Works for me.
Set?
I said,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, works for me.
Stop it. Barroom chat. I'm just going to post it over here in Barroom chat for you guys. Okay. This is what we're going to watch live. The chat and I will watch this live, and you guys can watch it on your own time. So please feel free to do so immediately, because we're going to do so immediately.
Oh, okay.
Somebody asked me in chat earlier if I had seen the Star Trek thing that had been making the rounds on Twitter. Unfortunately, I did. Let's watch now.
Why have you?
Why you only calling us when you got your dramas? One of these days we will pay you, we'll slay you. Gonna draw your last breath at the end of my glance. Your eternal torture is every Klingon dream. You know what I mean? Think of a scream.
Is this real?
What in the lemon-scented Backstreet Boys fuck was that?
That was actually real, yes. That was from
You're kidding me.
I don't want to hear people talk about what's been done to your Star Wars, what they've been doing to your 40K, what they did to your comic book character that you like. This is what they did to my Trek. This is from
Someone
the new.
called it
This is from the
Romulans.
new series from fucking Paramount PBS, Paramount CBS rather, from Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. They enter in the newest episode, this scene happens. They enter in, and an anomaly causes everyone to break out into choreographed musical numbers.
I've seen several episodes of different shows like this.
Yeah, but Star Trek?
Star Trek's a new one.
You know what happened, Polly? We stopped bullying theatre kids. I was a theatre kid.
Thank you, Smith and Serpent 21 for the $5. The Smith and Wesson 500. Tear holes in people bigger than Goatsy with this. Tired of toy guns like the the 44 and the I don't know how to read these. The .44 and the .357.
It's 44 and 357.
Okay, like again, I don't know how to fucking read these. Just cough up 1,000 and fire away. If you can without breaking your wrists and smashing your face in, which you can't, you pussy.
There's what kills me is that you got, like, if you go on social media, right? They're talking about like they just didn't like start singing. It's not like it caused somebody to break out into song. That the only way they could express themselves was through song or through guttural utterances or whatever. It affected their minds in that way, their brain chemistry, that they could only sing or whatever, something. Everybody starts singing like the Klingon commander was talking like a normal Klingon commander, and all of a sudden he's singing an auto tune. What the fuck was that? Why are all of the fucking people on his bridge suddenly breaking out into choreographed dance steps with their batleths, their swords? They wanted to do a Star Trek musical. They don't give a fuck about the material. Fuck you guys if you don't fucking like it. And like you were saying, the fucking they never got beat up when they were in fucking dance school, and somehow they got put in charge of Star Trek, and they say, it's Star Trek, can't they make weird things happen all over social media? It's like, this isn't the first time that people have been forced to do weird things or act out of a character. Don't you remember when they went to the evil universe? I'm like, yeah, everyone there was evil, so they were acting evil. It made sense. And Evolved Potato brings up the gray fucking point where it's like, why didn't you just have Q make them do it or whatever, and an entity do it? Yeah, because that has absolutely happened. Where
That's a much better, yeah.
Entities make the humans do something weird to embarrass them or to cause them to torment them, to cause them to writhe for their own entertainment. It happened in the original series when they went to the planet of Platonus, where they all had psychic powers and forced them to dance and sing, but it's because they had telekinetic powers where they could control them. What inanimate, just energy mass space anomaly would cause people to dance out into choreographed song and dance? It makes no sense at all. You just, clearly you wanted to do a Star Trek musical, and you came up with some half-ass explanation and move forward, and if you don't like it, it's because you're, what? A racist, I guess?
The only thing that comes even like close to it would be Q.
Yeah.
Homophobe.
That's the only thing that even, and even then, how many asteroids do we need to commandeer to get rid of this?
Hopefully just one.
Like you see him starting to
that might be a bit
suffer,
much
right?
possible.
He's just talking to a Klingon, and I mean, first of all, look at the outfits that they got the Klingons wearing. What the hell is this? They look like,
It's some gaudy shit.
yeah, they look like chess pieces from a gay board. Holy shit. There we go. I was waiting for it to come in.
Two of them. Nice.
Squizzy, thank you for the $3. Polly, what in the ever-loving fuckery? I wasn't ready for any of that. What in the clown world do we live in? I hear ya. I fucking hear ya. And Gach, 21, thank you for the $3. Here's the real Klingon. They link to Commander Krug. Non-refundable pre-order deposit final amount due, blah, blah, blah. I plan on getting this. I want to see this. Copy link. There it is. Thank you both for your donations. Greatly appreciated. But one more time. Look at him doing dances. And then immediately he's like, oh shit, what are we doing? Better go back to normal. Where did the lighting effects come from?
This is cringier than the introduction of the Ferengi.
Oof.
No, but no, it's far, far worse than the. Okay, the Ferengi, really? I mean, that was deep and soul-chilling, scary by comparison to this. This is unprecedented.
Polly, your beloved franchise just got Rings of Power. That's what's happened here.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel people whose beloved franchises get fucked with. I do, but they've done Trek worse than anything.
Right, well, I mean, like with Trek, like you mentioned, you can have wacky shit in Trek. They've done it. I mean, Q, fucking pretty much everything he does, but there's always a tinge of malice to it. This is just, what the fuck are you doing?
What kind of shit can we get away with today?
Right.
Yeah, I will look into that, Valine. Thank you.
Do the people that crafted this episode have anything to do with the Writers Guild?
That's an interesting point. Is this like a... No, I have to believe this was going on long before the writer's strike happened, that this show was already put into production, pre-production and whatnot. I'd like to be able to blame it just... So, what happens when they make an episode of Star Trek that when they don't have writers? You get Shades of Grey from TNG, which is like the only clip show in the history of Star Trek, because they didn't have a script. any of the scripts that they did have. It's like, well, didn't they have a bunch written beforehand? Yeah, but they were all written by people that were from the Screenwriters Guild, so they couldn't use them. So they had to make up a show on the fly without fucking writers. So they hobbled together something that explained why they were using a bunch of clips. And it's universally degraded as the worst show in Star Trek history. And they're wrong, because it doesn't count. It's a one-off. It was a production area. They had to make that episode to fulfill their contract, lest they would have been in a Benz and been wide open to being sued right out of existence. So they did what they needed to do and put together an episode. Are you really going to count that? I don't think that's fair. Why are you giving all the other shows that had none of those problems up against it a free pass? That's my argument. And that's why Threshold from Voyager is, in fact, the worst episode of Star Trek ever made. But 223-1627, thank you for the dollar. I thought that was from a new ERB.
Epic Wreck Battles.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, the terrible thing about it, their armor is so cheese. I had seen the clip before I saw the episode, and then I saw the episode. I thought it was some, like, online bullshit. Or
At any rate, that is
whatever.
what we're going to try to do.
I didn't think it was real
Yeah.
when I first saw it. And I'm like, and when Captain turns around, I'm like, but that's the actual, wow, they really went far with this clip. They took an actual scene from Strange New Worlds, and the shit that's going on screen is the faked stuff. No, it's not. And I have to believe in the progress of humanity that auto-tune will be dead and gone by the 23rd century.
It's not.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Believe that?
He fucked up.
Nah, I got drunk.
I got Gonzo, so chat.
Nah.
Oh.
Damn it.
C. Thomas, thank you for the tree fitty. Let me stop you right there. Remember, Polly, Hollywood hates you and everything you like because it's not whatever dumbass hacky bullshit they think is good or subversive. Yeah. A Vol Potato, thank you for the $2. I'm sorry, Polly, but it's not worse than what they've done to 40K. They made the Emperor not just not important. Everything he did, either his wife did or didn't exist before someone else did it better.
Are you kidding me? Are they doing that kind of retcon with 40K now?
When the
I'm not
Emperor doesn't
surprised,
matter
but-
in 40K, what the hell?
Yeah. That's all right.
I'm not being funny, but no Emperor, no 40K.
Yeah.
At
It would
least not for
seem
the
that way
Terrans.
from what I understand, yeah.
From what I've understood,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got a very lay knowledge of Warhammer.
All right.
No.
Let's have some fun. Top 10
Alright,
weird
let's
ways
see.
to dispose of a corpse.
Okay.
All right, let's get it.
We'll see if it's up to my standards.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever think about what happens after death? Yes. Not necessarily about afterlife or lack thereof, but what will happen to our bodies? Again, yes. Death is inevitable. Therefore, decision-making regarding end-of-life body disposal is inevitable. Note, this list is not exhaustive.
point.
This list is not exhaustive. We did not consult Polly to our own detriment and is primarily relevant to the United States. Other countries and cultures have ways to honor their dead. I'm not looking to honor people. I'm looking to disappear them.
In Minecraft.
Of course. What did you think I was talking about? Shit. So 10, there's a black backyard bear. Okay, wait, when they say weird ways to dispose of a corpse, you just talking about different
It
funerary
was at
rites?
this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Got Gonzo.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Sam, did you get Gonzo?
I did not.
Oh,
Damn it.
I thought it was going to
It's
be all
never.
this.
It's like a slot machine, isn't it? This is-
Yeah.
this is great. Come on, chat. Put another $1 in the one-armed bandit. Let's go.
Captain Serpent 21, thank you for the $2. No, Polly. TND Justice is the worst. No, it's not. Yeah, Wesley's particularly annoying in it because he fell on some flowers, but still, Okay, anyway, the Enterprise travels to a planet where oiled-up hard bodies fuck all day long. That's true. Wesley breaks a minor law, is sentenced to die, and Picard saves him. 64 thumbs down. Yeah,
I remember that episode, yeah.
yeah. The law he broke was he disturbed some nursing flowers.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
remember the pretty blonde girl in that.
Yeah, the whole planet was pretty blonde girls. It was kind of the point.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, yeah, greased up and had sex constantly. It was supposed to be like an Eden paradise, except that they had extremely vicious laws when it came to breaking even the smallest crime. The punishment was death. That's how they maintained their paradise.
Nice.
Yeah.
Resisting the urge.
Okay, so that, and, so Wesley being obnoxious ass Wesley, shut up, Wesley. Oh, you want to tell him to shut up so much in this episode. I'm not saying it's not bad. Serpent 21 isn't wrong. But, so there's that. Or there's Threshold, where they go past Warp 10 and Thomas Eugene Paris ends up de-evolving after being the test pilot for this Warp 10 shuttle that they developed, and starts de-evolving into some salamander lizard-like creature and kidnaps Captain Janeway and takes her past Warp 10, and so she turns into a lizard too, and then they go to some planet, have lizard salamander babies, and then are both returned to normal. Episode ends. Which sounds worse to you?
That was pretty bad.
I'm kind of leaning on the side of the lizard babies.
You think? That's just saying.
Yeah. Just out of sheer contrivance.
Yeah, so a corpse disposal, as Kefki said. It's not exhaustive, and they didn't consult me, so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wood chippers and other methods that I won't
really
reveal. You got to pay to find them out, right? Backyard
This
burial.
really has to be funerals.
People underrate.
Oh, really?
People underrate the backyard burial. Did you know that you may be able to bury a loved one in your own backyard? Yes. This may sound oddly reminiscent of a horror movie or a true crime body disposal, but you can, in fact, legally bury a loved one. Yeah, of course you can. What the fuck?
Well, yeah.
If you reside in California, Indiana, or Washington, home burials are explicitly forbidden. Yeah, because they want money from you.
Yeah.
Like old-timey
It's the same
stuff.
here.
Like it, and I say old-timey, I just mean like where you had enough property, you'd want to have your own private family cemetery. Of course you would. Did you know that? Yeah, guy who's never not lived in an apartment. I did know that. Anyway. If someone found guilty of disposing of human remains anywhere other than a graveyard, they are likely to face jail times or fines up to 10 grand.
So all I'm hearing is that if you have a body to dispose of, just go to a graveyard.
And just
They
drop
don't
it.
care.
Just drop it off.
Yeah.
Okay, this really is just funerals, not actual body disposal.
Yeah, because open air cremation.
I bet you got to get a license for this shit too.
Oi, mate, you got a license for that open air cremation?
Open air cremation, or as it was known in years prior, a funeral pyre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to say, if I ever do get fuck you money, I want like the world's biggest fucking funeral pyre ever. Just put me, nestle me somewhere on top and set fire to it with a big sign outside the proceedings that says "Fuck you, Greenpeace."
Nice.
Alkaline hydrosis is the liquid cremation of the post-death world. Instead of fire, it uses water, 95%, alkaline chemicals of 5%, and heat to speed up the decomposition process. Bodies are put in the water and airtight chambers that hold 100 gallons of liquid and are heated up to temperatures between 199 and 302 Fahrenheit. The amount of time it takes for the
just
body.
boil it away?
It's dependent on
Lovely.
stuff and things, anywhere between 3 and 16 hours. Chemicals such as hydroxides sever the chemical bonds in the body, leaving effluent, amino acids, water, salt, and bone fragments behind. Alkaline hydrosis is an eco-friendlier alternative. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck right off.
Green burial? Would you like to grow plants?
Would you like to become a tree?
throwing it out there, but we've used potash for how long to help grow plants?
Yeah.
Just burn me. Just do it.
I don't know. I just read this, and this is like Extinction Rebellion cult practices, man.
Yeah. A green burial. Because it reduces carbon emissions because you're not burning them. Fuck right off, man.
They eliminate vaults, which are used in traditional cemeteries to preserve ground level above the casket. Additionally, green burials or biodegradable containers eliminate pesticides and fertilizers on burial grounds and prioritize sustainable management practices. I despise you so much. If you do,
Oh my god.
so very much.
If anybody tries to do this shit with my remains after I'm gone, I am coming back.
Zombified bite these bitches, fucking hell.
Right.
A burial pod. Oh no, we're not.
God's
Is this
sakes.
the
Get
tree
in the
growing?
pod, eat the bugs.
Die
Get in the pod.
Green burial cemeteries, and they've got a certification process, and here's a list of where you can go. They're just promoting
Ah.
it. In the burial pod. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's the tree.
Yeah, you become a tree.
He looks like an egg.
You ever just want to, become a tree?
I'm aghast.
I would be if they buried me like that. Now that's a pun.
God damn it, Sam. God damn it.
Burial pods are biodegradable egg-shaped capsules. Smaller ones are used to house ashes, and larger ones contain bodies in the fetal position. We jam them in there. If they won't work, we'll break the legs and make it work. Remember that one farm where they couldn't get the body in the suitcase, so they had to cut the legs off?
Oh, God, right, yeah.
See, that's what I was going for. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
This is annoying.
Yeah, no, fuck this.
10 gruesome gangland corpse disposals. Let's go.
This is
There
more
we
like
go.
it.
There we
This is what
go.
we're talking about.
Look at that first title, Stew Maker.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit.
Now we're getting into. Oh, there
Oh,
we go.
God,
Yes.
yep. Got some fucking barrels.
I am drunk. So drunk, I cannot get up.
Drunk lady.
Yep. Likewise.
Wow, it was drunk lady all around. Holy shit.
Ah.
See, Thomas,
Take a
thank
shot,
you for $2.
everyone.
In a globalist world, pod eats you.
Okay, comment of the night. Well done.
Yeah,
Excellent.
That was extremely well
Excellent.
done. That reminds me, right about time before we get into the fucking list and starting with Stew Maker here. Now you're all waiting with bated breath. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. If you would like to support the show further, and God knows that it fucking needs it in the world of TikTok shorts, you can retweet the twit over on Twitter that I forgot to fucking tweet out. Far, did you tweet one out?
Yep.
You can retweet the twit that Far was smart enough and forward thinking enough to tweet out. Yeah. That could really help us out. If you haven't already, you can leave a comment below. If you're listening in the future, hello from the past. And by all means, leave a comment below. I get a chance to read all and respond to most. And it's always fun seeing what people have to say. Especially how long you've been subscribed to this channel. People have been writing that, and I'm not kidding. I've had a lot of fun saying, like, holy shit, you've been watching this stuff for 4 years? You're a braver man than I. All jokes aside, it was really cool to see how long some of the people that I've seen in chat, you lose track how long some people have been around, right? Like, BG's been a fucking ball and chain around my ankle for fucking 4 years, and I feel every fucking minute of it, believe me. But
Every welt, every scar.
But there's some other people that are a lot newer, and then other people, it's like, holy shit, you've been around this long. And then people who don't comment in chat, those are some of the most fun people to see. The majority of people who are hanging out and chilling out and enjoy the fucking content, they just don't comment in chat because that's just not their style. I get that. I rarely comment in chats and streams that I watch and shit. But then a lot of them have been typing, yeah, I've been subbed to you for the last 4 years. I'm like, and to my knowledge, I've never seen your name before. Fucking thanks for letting me know. That's actually really cool. Squizzy, thank you for the $1.98. Okay, pull the teeth, cut the fingers, drown the diesel, cover the gas, burn that sucker. Or go to the drum of sulfuric and hydrochloric acid. Just remember, teeth and fingers first. We still talking bodies or nah?
Well, it's not a nacho recipe.
Squizzy, come on, man. Listen, hands, feet, head can't be disposed with the body. Otherwise, you're ruining the point. We're trying to eliminate identification. And yeah, you could melt them down first, but don't put the body in there because you got to make sure they go first, right? Yeah.
This is some extreme
And
biscuits
ears
and
and mouth
gravies.
and
Red
nose.
roasted. God.
Get ready, Polly. History has arrived. I'm not even kidding. I do get a kick out of reading that. It was a random suggestion that came up, 4 weeks ago, guys? I don't recall.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah, but it's been fun reading people dropping that shit in there. And Sam is still waiting with bated breath for any kind of suggestions that you might have, if you even want to put them up in chat, for content that you might like to see him to do. And yeah, we all get it. We want to hear Sam do live reads and narration. That voice? What are you kidding me? Don't tell me it doesn't threaten your heterosexuality. Zelthor told me all about it.
Fun fact. You know, you mentioned Zelthor. Well, you live reads and voices and all that kind of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, consider this an announcement. It's coming.
Haha.
And whose beloved franchise will you be bastardizing? Do you want a hint?
Oh, one J.R.R. Tolkien, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Oh, not half as much as I am.
So lots of stuff to come. And finally, for those that are part of the Golden Otter Club or the Gentleman's Club, I finally have started getting the fucking packages together, which is sweet. I've decided on what the first t-shirt for y'all is going to be, because it's one that was met with a lot of excitement when I mentioned it. So if you already are a member of the Golden Otter Club or the Gentleman's Club, yeah, those will be coming forward, and I'll be bugging you guys for your addresses. I know I mentioned that before, but then there was some goddamn financial fuckery that happened. I'm sure you can relate. That unfortunately stopped me from being able to do that because its initial layout and all that. Anyway, if you wanted to join the Golden Otter Club or the Gentleman's Club, the donation numbers are below. And those are the people that are going to be getting the packages, and I'm happy you finally will, because God damn it, you deserve it, you well-supporting bastards. You've helped put, I don't know how many Noir City cops' kids through college.
Too many.
Yeah, believe me. I know. I had to hand those corrupt fuckers the money. Okay, Stew Maker number 10. In 2009, Santiago Meza Lopez was arrested by Mexican authorities for dissolving hundreds of corpses in caustic acid on behalf of the Tijuana drug kingpin. He was known as the Stew Maker, or El Pazalelo, after a Mexican stew of hominy and pork. Oh no.
Oh no.
I wouldn't be having me some hominy and pork stew after knowing that shit.
Okay, quick question. What the hell's hominy?
It's corn,
I've
bro.
heard that word before. Oh yeah, okay.
Far's a big fan of corn, you know.
Is
Not
she really?
Really?
Yeah, any recipe you can jam corn in. She's
No.
yeah.
Stop that.
Oh, there's a cornhole joke here, and I just haven't got the heart to make it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like the hominy is in hominy grits. Have you ever had or heard of grits?
Yeah, I mean, I've had grits, but never encountered the word hominy before.
Yeah, same kind of very
It's all
particular
nice where I'm from.
kind of corn, hominy, and therefore, you know, the hominy grits are
Gotcha.
specifying that as well. See?
Gotcha.
It's a prime ingredient in succotash. It's not just something Sylvester says, it's actual food.
Fucker and succotash.
Did you ever see the... Wait. I just thought of something. I just gotta make a note. Did you ever see the Looney Tunes where Sylvester says, "What the fuck"?
No.
I did not. I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah, Mel
What the
Blanc was a
fuck?
shit
I
poster.
thought
man.
I saw a Tweety Bird.
Authorities explained Lopez's gruesome recipe: fill a drum with 200 liters of water and then pour in 2 sacks of caustic acid. Put it over a fire, and when it starts to boil, put in the bodies and salt and pepper to taste. The remains cooked for 8 hours, leaving only teeth and nails. After cooking, the oddments were transferred to a plastic tub and burned. Meza, a former truck driver, had been doing his job for 9 years. He was paid $600 a week for his grisly work.
Only 600.
Yeah, that's
He should join a union.
right.
Right?
The Stew Makers Local 304. Right. Number 9, the Cannibal Cleanup Crew. Oh no.
Oh no.
Serbian.
And it's Serbian.
Mhm.
It's
Serbian gangsters from the infamous Zemun clan murdered and ate a member who betrayed them. Authorities believe that Milan Jursic was beaten to death with a hammer, skinned, and ran through a meat grinder before his associates feasted on his flesh. Lurid accounts suggest they made a mask out of his face. Jursic was on the run in Spain and had been convicted. Be careful if you're on the run from Eastern European scumfucks. Saying, Gonzo, watch out. Convicted in absentia in the 2003 killing of a Serbian Prime Minister, Zorjak, lots of J's and I's. The gruesome story broke when fellow clan member Streko the Butcher Kalnick was arrested in Croatia in 2012 and confessed to the crime. Authorities believe that he led the cannibal gang. The Zoom clan disposed of Jerk by dumping him into Madrid's Manzanares River. So far, 50 bones have been pulled from the waterway. It is uncertain whether they belong to Jurassic. That's like Canal Street in Noir City. It's not really a canal. A pipe just burst there a long time ago. We don't want to drain it because motherfuckers have been dumping bodies in there so long that it would just cause a headache for the district attorney.
It's more of a flowing soup, really.
Yeah, no one swims in there. Not by choice, anyway. Number 8, Hog Heaven. Oh, Lord.
That is one happy hog.
Yeah. According to Italian authorities, gangster Francesco Racosta was beaten to death with a spade and fed alive to hogs. Or was beaten
Wait.
with a hog.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Yeah,
I was about to say, which one was it? Like, was he beaten to death or was he, like, fed alive to the hogs?
I jumped the gun there a little. It's fine.
On the 3rd day, he rose and was eaten by pigs.
The murder was part of a 60-year blood feud between rival factions of Calabria's mafia. Days later, rival boss Domenico Bonagero was murdered. Rastoka's...
2 seconds, I'll pull that up real quick. I wish it would just update the list in front of me rather than me having to click and then click. Marissa Tomei's boyfriend, thank you for the $3. Eggs and grits. I like grits too. How do you cook your grits? You like them regular, creamy, or al dente? Don't worry, I'll blow dust off shit all night. I don't have much in the way of preference when it comes to grits. I really don't, as they come.
Creamy with a nice dollop of molasses.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I could see that.
Let's see. Police made the breakthrough when they intercepted a telephone call from Simon Pepe, age 24. Pepe bragged about the gruesome disposal of his rival. It was satisfying to hear him scream, "Mamma mia, how he squealed." Someone said a few... That's what it says.
He didn't say that. He'd never said
What the fuck?
Someone said a few bits of him remained at the end of it all, but I couldn't see anything. Pepe is suspected in at least 3 murders, including Racosta's father, Vincenzo. Operation Anarini was launched to investigate his role in cocaine trafficking, extortion, and legitimate business. 70 million euros of property and assets were seized.
But what of the pigs? What of those happy hogs?
Oh. Well, turns out the Italian ended up as Chow.
Boo.
Love it. Number 7, Cucho, the Dismemberer. Okay. In 2004, Mexican authorities apprehended Cucho, the dismemberer, born Jesus Sanchez Horato. Chuco was the body disposal specialist for Los Caballeros Temperados, a.k.a. the Knights Templar Cartel. These guys are clever, aren't they?
Uh-huh. Extremely.
Police also found 3 armored SUVs and a weapons cache, including assault rifles, submachine guns with grenade launchers, and sniper rifles capable of taking down a helicopter. And let's blame the Second Amendment instead of the completely inept and totally corrupt Mexican government for stopping these motherfuckers. But we don't do politics here. Moving on. Well, many underworld body disposal experts. Hey! You never contacted me.
You're not underworld, you're a daywalker.
I avoid the day moon whenever possible. You know that. In an attempt to eliminate all evidence of corpses, Chucho was known for arranging corpses into horrific displays. Well, that's just a waste of time. Why would you do that? He propped up 6 people with slit throats and lawn chairs around the presidential monument. He also defiled a church in Zacan with 4 severed heads in his sack.
Oh,
Gosh.
okay.
I-
Well,
It's coming
alright.
out there.
Jeez.
Man's an artist.
He's certainly something.
Well, I mean, this guy's...
Artist to some,
It's...
psychopath to others.
But I mean, you demonstrate your lack of psychopathy when you do something like that, though. It's like Dennis Rader, who's, interestingly, his picture's right there. Holy shit. That's Dennis Rader right there, the BTK killer.
Oh my
gosh.
god, that that guy.
That was weird.
I was right.
But that man was not a psychopath. Is that crazy? You don't go attempt to deliberately defile something. That's a rational process. I'm going to go do this because it's not something that's supposed to be done. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, psychopath doesn't have considerations like that, right?
You're not thinking that way. No, like there's no, that process just isn't there. You're either not making conclusions of that sort, or you're, buck fucking crazy writing threats to your imaginary friends and your own shit on the wall. Like there's no, somebody who just gets a thrill out of fucking killing is just like, yeah, I shouldn't be attacking women because they are innocent, harmless victims who never paid me any attention, and therefore the giddy thrill out of doing it, like our fucking man Dennis Rader over there. There's a reason. I mean, think about how he tortured that one woman when he was that ridiculous local ordinance officer. He had her dog killed, remember?
Oh, right, yeah.
He keeps showing up. Sam, like, he's not a cop. He's like a level below a cop and somewhere above a fucking a mall rent-a-cop. He's like a local ordinance enforcement officer for runaway dogs and parking your car in the wrong place with not the right stickers on your license plate, shit like that,
He's a form flapper here.
Yeah, right. He keeps showing up at this woman's house that he's decided to make the...
Thank you, Bearcock, for the $5. Just got here. Did I miss anything interesting? No, you are right on time.
Found in 2010 by members of La Familia, whatever, Los Caballeros Temperados, deal in murder, kidnapping, extortion, and drugs. They exploit Mojicacan's 270 kilometers of coastline to smuggle chemical precursors for synthetic drugs into Mexico, which absolutely stay in Mexico. The huge drug market in Mexico for Mexicans to consume drugs is huge. Civilian vigilante groups have begun to arm themselves to fight against the flamboyantly evil cartel. But the government's there. Why would they need to? Number 6, cement shoes. In 2016, the body of Peter Martinez washed up along Brooklyn's Sheepshead Bay. Really? Okay. His face was wrapped in duct tape, and his feet were encased in concrete. Man, that's old school. The cause of death
No kidding.
was asphyxiation, and it was ruled suicide.
Really?
No,
No.
it says homicide.
But you don't
Yes,
think someone
because-
would be willing to stand in concrete and then have someone else get a piano dolly out and reel him out to the Sheepshead Bay?
He turns to his assistant. You'll have to toss me.
Is this the full extent of Canadian healthcare?
Martinez was a member of the G-Stone Crips and had 2 prior convictions for fraud and narcotics. Sources say Martinez owed someone money and had been missing for 3 weeks when he was discovered. According to a legend, cement shoes have been preferred mafia disposal methods for decades. However, there's little evidence to support this. Authorities suspect that Martinez's murders were amateurs imitating mafia movies. Yeah, pretty much exactly. Air bubbles in the concrete probably prevented the body from sinking. Holy shit, really? It was floating? That's hilarious.
But rookie mistake. Use a
Right?
plasticizer.
That is
Yeah.
the whole point is like, body bag and weight the body. The whole point in the concrete is to weight the body that it goes down to the bottom, not floats on the top once the body starts to decompose and expand with gases, which results in hilarious exploding whales.
Yes, because that's hilarious.
Baleen chunks.
I think so. Septic tank murders. Oh no.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, yeah, we know about these ones, don't we, boys and girls?
Yeah, that's,
Mhm.
that's some gruesome shit. In 2014, workers in Arizona, hey, Evelyn, you're neck of the woods, Penis County, were called in to investigate a clogged septic tank.
Thank you.
It was gonna happen, they discovered the problem's grisly source, a human skull. Authorities combed through the waste. Oh man, that's a shitty job.
Oh yeah, that's
They discovered a complete skeleton as well as a few extra finger and foot bones.
Oh,
That-
got some extras.
That is a grizzly sauce.
The skull became the cornerstone of a cold case going back 6 years. In 2009, hikers discovered dismembered remains in a shallow grave not far from the septic tank, originally labeled John Doe. Baltazar Lopez's identity was revealed after the septic tank discovery. Those remains belong to Arian Cordova. He and Lopez were last seen together in Lopez's truck. In 2008, the truck was found burned out 5 days after the disappearance. Both corpses bore the same violent trauma and dismemberment patterns. They were hacked apart by an axe or machete and then beheaded. According to the Phoenix police, Lopez was a drug trafficker with ties to the Sinaloa cartel. My God. It's always sending their best. Number 4,
Mm-hmm.
clandestine graves.
Clandestine graves?
Yeah, I'm just willing to bet that shallow is what I'm guessing. I don't know, but let's see.
Sounds like a spy name, doesn't it?
Like the man
Yes.
the guy's name is Peter Graves, and he's therefore clandestine graves.
Exactly.
Well, that's not exactly a good undercover name. It's like calling someone Murderer Phil.
yeah.
Stabbing Bob.
Yeah.
Or, James Bond always using the name James Bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not really a spy if everyone knows your name.
No, you could be a spy. You're just a shit spy.
Yeah.
Or a really, really good one.
Well,
Nah.
to Bond's
No.
credit, or more to the point of the writer's credit in Casino Royale, Bond did register with Vesper Lind at the hotel. Like, they had a fake name, fake plastic, fake passports, everything. And Bond shows up and says, "Hi, Bond, James Bond. I believe I have a suite registered." And Vesper looks at him like, "What the fuck? Like, what the hell are you doing?" And she's pissed at hell at him. Of course, he goes, "Come on. Anybody on Le Chouff's level knows who I am and why I'm here. What would be the point in hiding?" And she goes, "Then what would be the point in telling him who you are? To show him that I know that he knows and that I don't care." And then Vesper gets in and with a really nice line, she gets in the elevator and says, "You should probably take the next car. There's probably not enough room for me and your ego in here." And in 2014, 43 student teachers were missing in Guerrero, Mexico. The incident began when the students clashed with police in the town of Iguana. Many believe they were arrested and handed over to the cartel.
Oh,
Arrested by police and handed over to the cartel? Holy fuck.
that's corrupt as fuck.
Mexico,
Well,
a failed state?
Not
What
a-
the
not
fuck are you talking
surprised.
about? Yeah, right?
Not necessarily surprised, but that's pretty damn fucked.
relatives were taken up to search with little government assistance. So far, they have uncovered 60 clandestine graves containing 129 murder victims.
Yeah, it must be a shallow grave then.
Ah,
Yeah.
Fuck.
I fucking hate shallow graves. It's like, it's just, if you're gonna commit to just burying them at all, come on, a little deeper?
Of course, a little deeper.
Is it that hard?
Well, I mean,
If they're murdering that many people, then I guess that's like, we don't have time for that shit.
Mass grave!
You were saying, Sam?
I just maybe they're like under the impression like, okay, we've got all these bodies, they're eventually going to be found anyway. Do we really give too much of a fuck that they're found? No, probably not. Shallow graves are probably going to get picked apart by coyotes.
And sort of, but therein lies the problem. If you got a coyote that's gonna wrench someone's fucking arm off eventually and then run away with it, but you have most of the body pulled up for it to try and get at the arm, then the other animals come in and it's more likely to be found. Or you could do what Far suggested and commit to the bit and dig the grave deep enough that that's not a problem, like 6 feet down.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised more of them don't use like sort of like Mesoamerican burial sites or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I do like a line from Casino, which is actually taken from Nick Pileggi's book, Casino, the Martin Scorsese film and the book upon which it's based. Anthony Spilatro in the movie goes by Anthony Santoro, Joe Pesci's character. It's got this great narration line that is something that Anthony Spilatro really said on a open mic that he was being recorded on. Holes in the desert. They're out in Las Vegas, so when they get rid of a body, they go bury it in a hole in the desert. And when there's a lot of holes in the desert, and there's a lot of problems buried in those holes, but you got to do it right. Because you got to have the holes dug in advance, because it takes a couple hours. Because he's getting at the point, you got to dig 6 feet down. Otherwise, all the problems we talked about are going to happen. See, they're doing it right. That's why the Italian mafia tends to get away with what they're doing. He goes, but you got to do it right. You got to have them dug before you get out there. Otherwise, you got to dig them when you get out there. And how do you know who's going to be coming along during that time? Then you got to dig another couple of holes. For all you know, you're going to be out there all fucking night.
That's an excellent point.
Hot mic, though.
Yeah. Well, not hot mic, but bug recording device in his jewelry store in Vegas. Barrel of Fun.
Barrel of Fun!
Woohoo!
The blue barrels!
Number 3. In 1999, workmen discovered the corpse of Floyd Dodson in a barrel in a sealed container. Was found in a hedgerow along a county lane in Pendeford, England. Dodson, also badly decomposed, so authorities had to use credit cards to make an identification.
Wow.
They kept credit cards on the guy's body?
Yeah, you didn't empty his pockets, or you didn't strip him naked to speed up the decomposition.
Yeah. What the hell? What's the
a lot of mistakes here.
Yeah, there's rookie mistakes left, right, and center in this list now.
Yeah,
Nigel
shit.
Chrome Braid, a central member of an international drug ring, was convicted of manslaughter for the killing of Dodson, originally from Guyana, and was believed to have supplied Braid with drug mules, transporting cocaine between South America and the UK. No one will ever know what transpired between Braid and Dodson. Many suspect Braid confronted Dodson about drugs or money. Dodson was likely attacked or restrained. He died of a heart attack. What? He died of a heart attack. Most likely helped along by a cocaine-induced heart condition. Justice Roderick Evans indicated Braid put pressure on Dodson, but did it illegally. So really, the only thing they can convict this guy of is desecration of a corpse? The medical examiner fucking proved that the guy died of a fucking heart attack?
Yeah, how? If it was
Floyd
that
Dobson,
badly...
Come on now.
My question is, like, he's that badly decomposed that you had to identify him because the dumbass left credit cards in his pocket. But you could tell...
Burst artery of some sort? I'm not a cardiologist. I don't know. Maybe there's some really indicative thing where there's no trauma or wounds of any sort, but yet there's this severely damaged ventricle that was in still enough of a good condition to tell?
Yeah.
Guessing, totally
like, that's
guessing.
so weird.
Yeah.
Usually by that point, if you're at the point of like you cannot identify.
Don Rickles, casino manager, thank you for the $3. You took your boots off? You put your feet on the table? You shit-kicking, stinking, horse manure-smelling motherfucker, you! You fucked me up over there. I'm gonna stick you in the hole in the fucking desert. But Joe Pesci screaming that at one of his cowboy redneck buddies who got kicked out of the casino. True story, that actually happened. The original video footage of it is available online of them dragging that guy out of the casino and using his head to open the door.
Oh.
I agree, Far. It's really strange that... Here's something I don't know. Do bodies decompose? This is going to sound retarded, but from the outside in? That the skin and the face and the whatnot are at a far more advanced state of decomposition than the internal organs? I would have thought it would have been consistent throughout, but maybe not.
I mean, there's going to be parts of it that are like faster than other parts, absolutely, but inside a barrel as well.
Do you think maybe because it was a hermetically sealed barrel like this, the decomposition happened to the outside, which consumed all of the oxygen? There were no more oxidizers to assist in more decomposition, so it was arrested at that point?
That does make sense on the face of it.
Again, guessing like
Maybe.
crazy. But I kind of feel bad for this guy. I bet you he did murder him or whatever the fuck, but it's like, even the judge has to say he put pressure on Dodson and did it illegally. I don't know, man. It's kind of sounding like you sentenced this guy to jail for him having a heart attack.
Yeah, I don't know. This is really weird.
Yeah.
Britain does have some strange laws like that, though. Like, if you supply somebody with the means to top themselves, you know, Canadian healthcare,
Yeah.
you can be held responsible for the homicide. They've bagged dealers for that before.
Number 2, the wood chipper killer. Ooh, wood chippers. Here we go.
Oh!
In June 2016, authorities indicted 2 brothers and their mother for a string of homicides. James Kendrick, pictured above. Paul Plaza.
Family business.
Yeah. And their mother, Janine Plaza Pierce, originally ran a drug ring and murdered anyone that showed a hint of disloyalty. One of their alleged victims was Ryan Cooper. He disappeared in 1999 and has yet to be found, except in little bitty pieces. According to authorities, Cooper was angered by the family's murder of a colleague and threatened to go to the police. On Kendrick's direction, Cooper was killed, dismembered in a bathtub, and ground into a wood chipper.
Rip, wood chip.
Yeah. Recent reports allege that Teamster Jimmy Hoffa was disposed of in the same manner. Hoffa's burying place has long been considered one of the greatest mysteries in U.S. organized crime. An inside source indicated he was garroted in the back car by rival Anthony Tony Provenzano before being run through a wood chipper, and there is no body that has been found. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you put it through a wood chipper. Why would you find it?
Yeah. Barbecue and lie.
Oh.
Oh, hell yeah.
The murder's equivalent to Netflix and chill? Question mark.
Yeah.
All right then.
Lie is definitely underrated. You're gonna fucking bury someone out in the fucking bush, bring a fucking package of lye with you. It's cheap, it's available at any hardware store, and will advance decomposition by like 20 to 30 times.
It's cheap, it's easy, and it's almost free.
Like me.
Don't lie onto your bodies today.
2014, leaders of the Los Penises drug gang were accused of bringing cartel-style violence to the streets of San Diego. Oh, I'm sure law enforcement there cracked right the fuck down. Los Penises, an offshoot of the Tijuana cartel, moved operations north, you mean into the United States, after fracturing within their organization. Their specialties were drugs, kidnapping, and murder. Los Penises means the penises. Or the toothpicks. Yeah, the penises. These guys.
Oh my gosh.
A grisly calling card that they would leave next to their victim. A bunch of toothpicks. That's hilarious. These trained killers recruited body disposal experts from Mexico. One of their favorite techniques, dissolving bodies in lye. The bodies were disposed of in a pair of 210-liter barrels of lye in the gang's Paradise Hills house, where the bodies dissolved over 2 days. Gang members would barbecue meat outside to cover the stench. Between 2004 and 2007, Los Penises allegedly killed 9 individuals and attempted a murder of a Chulo Vista police officer.
Credit where credit's due. Yeah, using a barbecue to cover up the smell, that's twisted. But yeah, not bad.
Well, when you're going for, fair enough. If it's like, let's say, a 2-hour smell that you have to cover up, but they're doing it over 2 days. Now, I'm not opposed to a 2-day cookout.
2-day barbecue.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to a 2-day cookout, but fuck, that's a couple of cows worth right there.
Jeez.
Or,
Couple of cows, couple of pigs. It's all good.
I was about to say, or
Well,
a few of these guys, you know.
Yeah. Couple of hugs.
The joke's too easy, but I'm gonna make it anyway. Yeah, they clearly had beef.
Wow.
So what's next?
Good Lord.
Retirement for me, I think. Oh dear.
Yeah, actually, we are running a little bit later than I thought we were looking at the time.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
First time I turned over and looked at the clock. Oh, we were going to do a Zillow house, but whoops. In any case, yeah, shit, fuck, that sucks. Oh well, that's what happens when you don't keep your eye on the. Damn it.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh well, in any case, fucking damn fun stream. Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up for now. We can do another one, another midweek one, perhaps at some point, if everyone's willing and interested and able to make it back here to Noir Bar.
You know, man, I'm always
I'm
down.
around.
Sure.
Cool. And so that does bring us
Does Far
to...
want to...
What?
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, does Far want to shill her stuff?
Maybe. I do crappy things. I don't know why that's playing. I was not prepared at all. I was not. I'm sorry.
What's happening?
But there. I'm shilling. I'm terrible at it.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Far puts out some absolutely excellent art. There should be links in the description of this stream now and also in the future if you want to go check out her artwork. I believe her commissions are still open. Is that right, Far?
Yes. Yes, they are.
So, yeah. If you want to get some absolutely excellent art, be it profile pictures or banners or anything along those lines, go check out Far stuff. She really does undersell herself, and she needs such a shake. So, yeah, do go check that out if you're interested
get
in
it
that
while
kind
I can still keep them open. Because,
Okay.
That's it. I can't, I'm terrible
No,
at it. I don't
it's just that
fucking
last
know.
part sounded ominous. I was like, okay.
Well, good. Good.
And that does bring us to the end of Last Call here at Noir Bar, live from the Chase District of Noir City. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight for our own little brand of 1940 booze-fueled banter. I'd like to thank Platty and Far and Sam for keeping me company at the bar. And finally, I'd like to thank all the very, very generous people who tip the bartender and tip my friends here at the bar. That's how we keep the candles burning and the cops paid off. Those miserable fucking raking bastards. So, as we always say about... Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. As we always say about this time, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. And we'll see you next time, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night.